outside.
That's where the mascots hang out at the end of the day.
Right. But what I'm saying is, dude, you think they get freaky in those?
I'd like
Mickey
to
and
not.
Minnie?
I don't want to think about that because
Just-
I feel like I want those people to be wholesome people
No, they're not.
that
they're
choose to just make people happy.
Goofies
in
are
a
around the
wholesome
corner,
way.
just
do
like,
it.
what?
Oh, no.
When he shoves that guy's head up that guy's ass, amazing. Peak cinema
He
right
tells
there.
him straight up.
Yeah,
that's
hey,
what he's
I'm
gonna do.
I'm gonna
it's not
shove
like...
your head up. his
That's
dude's
Also,
ass.
the fact
I was trying to do a spelling thing there. I don't
You did
know.
phenomenal.
Nobody caught that.
I think you did phenomenal.
We're talking about a movie, but
We should be the last people spelling.
I know.
although speaking of
You know how
on
many
that
times
note,
I've
with
spelled
Beza,
decision real wrong?
do you know how many times?
Every time.
Do you know? I
Stop getting
have
so
the zoo
angry.
one.
God damn.
I have the zoo one, but
She's
you
a
don't
whine
actually.
in her,
But
starts
you don't
screaming.
actually build anything.
We should text Carrie.
You're right.
You literally, it gives you
Make
the
sure he's okay.
environment, and it just places.
How do you
it there.
live with this? Like, what's going on? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm really enjoying this conversation because I watch and I love movies for emotion because I don't
Sure.
get emotion anywhere else in my fucking life. Let's be real. So, if anything's gonna
You're
make
like
me feel,
married.
Deep right there?
what's
You're
up?
like
This is my
married.
therapy right here.
Therapy. I walk into the Taco Bell and all I want is a Baja Blast. And I walk in there, I'm like, hey, can I get a Baja Blast? And she said, no, the machines are down.
Bullshit.
And then some other employee comes out and corrects her, says, no, they haven't been down. She looks me dead in the face and then goes, no, our machines are down. And I'm just staring at her.
Give me that guy. Give me that guy. Come here. Come here.
I'm
Come here,
like,
guy.
what the fuck?
I don't want to talk to him.
And
Can you bring
no.
him back out?
I was like, this is kind of
Can
ridiculous.
you show me
I
that it's
look at
not
her,
working?
I was like, but this is a Taco Bell. I'll see you guys later. I just left.
Hey, welcome to the Decision Real Movie Review Podcast, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week, we're looking at a movie as picked by Tara, which is...
Bad words.
There's a lot of bad words in this movie.
It's awesome.
So I want to say, before we get super deep into this, this has been like one of those, I knew about this movie, but I never wanted to really sit down and watch it. Like, I never had
I thought you said you had seen the movie.
I seen the trailer, and I thought to myself,
That
like,
you had seen
yeah,
it.
I seen this. But then I was like, oh, that movie. And it's like, nothing was like, hey, put this in front of your list. Like, watch it. It's always been like...
it was great.
Had you seen it?
No, I'd never seen this in
So
my
it was a
life.
first for both of you.
It was
Yes.
great.
I'll watch. When I stumbled upon it, I didn't know it either. I mean, I had seen it a few years ago.
Sure.
But I didn't see it when it came out. I didn't know that it existed. But when I came across it and I read what it was about, and I love Jason Bateman, so I was like, done. It's fine. I'm gonna watch it.
I feel like they
But-
were like, how can we make a spelling bee? Fucking bee everything.
No, this is what it was. It was, hey, wouldn't it be funny if, like, this 40-year-old dude was in a spelling bee? Got it. Write it down.
But you know what?
It's just so good. It was great.
I wouldn't have known how to spell those words.
No.
Fuck no.
No,
So,
none
like-
of the even the
So, like,
easy
it's
ones.
so funny that they're like, this is a kid's thing. And I'm like, you don't even know how to spell the damn words.
Dude,
it's still
I-
impressive that he knows how to spell them.
I am the worst there's ever been at spelling.
I think I might be worse.
No.
And he didn't even need to ask any of, like, what's the origin? What is the...
Well, you go
Photographic.
through the movie. It's like you are a genius. Like they find like
He
she
just
does
knows.
that
He knows it, yeah.
those two questions there, which that second question is a fucked up. Like no one's ever thinking of that unless you're a genius. What was it? What's a word that
Has all
has all the vowels in it
vowels
in alphabetical order?
Mhm.
And what was it? See?
Fiduciary?
No, it was
Fadouche?
You sure?
facetious.
Yes. It's a good word. Facetious is a good word.
Doesn't have Y.
Lots of
'cause
people
sometimes
around
Y's
us, they're a
in
little
it, but
facetious.
But sometimes.
I think that's why I said fiduciary, because
Okay, sure. What are you trying to be, genius?
What was the
Well, no, because
fellatio one?
Y is in that
What was
one.
the
audio
Fellatio?
audioflation.
Autoflacia.
Yeah. And I like how the kid breaks it down, like, well, auto, comes from the Greek whatever turn and by yourself or whatever. Fellation, what was this? Some sucking? Something else?
Yeah.
Why don't, when she comes back, you ask her?
Spoilers. What a turn when I found out that kid was fucking working him a little bit.
Oh, right? Because what
We're
a
supposed
little,
to be working him. But
what a little, like, sweetheart of a kid.
yeah.
And for him to be like, no, I've been working you this whole time. But we're friends.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah. Cool, because even he's like, it wasn't your dad's idea. You came up with the idea, right? And he's like, yeah, but, so that's genius, man.
Yeah. Kid's got it.
Oh yeah,
Kid's got it.
he's also seen some boobies now.
The fact that his dad was knowing that. Oh, dude, that was great.
One of my favorite parts of this
so
movie,
bad,
I'll
so
just say
good.
it now. One of my favorite parts is when he has to explain to him that everybody has nipples. But his argument for why he thought some women didn't have nipples, that was
Legit.
solid. Like the fact that he did that, like, well, sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't. So those women just probably don't have
I
them.
love the kids just fucking staring endlessly, and then he's like, goes, shake. Like,
How much to touch them?
fuck a Sunday.
Let's go find out. What a coming of age tale.
Yeah. It's wholesome, whether
He
you
showed
think
me
so or
my
not.
first boobs. He what? Another lie?
Right.
That's exactly what I would have done.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
The plot of this movie, because we're already in it. A spelling bee loser sets out to exact revenge by finding a loophole and attempting to win as an adult. I want to say something. That's not entirely accurate. A spelling bee loser.
I think
Maybe.
just saying he's a loser.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's that would make
he
sense.
did say his mom never, like, he
it
couldn't. He
doesn't
wanted
make-
to do spelling bees when he was young and he never did them. But I don't know why they call him a loser.
A
I mean,
spelling
a spelling
bee.
bee specifically loser.
Yeah, no. That sentence doesn't make sense.
Spelling bee
it doesn't
loser.
make sense.
It should just be a loser sets out to being in a spelling bee to
Which
exact revenge.
also, why do we assume he's a loser? We don't really know that much about his personal life.
Everyone just assumes everyone
his
assumes he's a
family life.
loser because he's trying to
Because
fucking
he's trying to take out the
thwart
kids.
a
Yeah.
kid's
Right,
spelling.
like,
He
we
has
don't-
nothing else going for him in life, so this is what it is.
Yeah, we don't know. No one knows.
Well, we know what he does. He even says what he does. He reads warranties and makes sure there's no spelling mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's his
Doesn't
job.
make decent money.
So maybe he's not. He's
Because
just.
they don't really ever comment on how much.
What is the
money
name
he
for that
has.
job?
I don't know.
We check people's for grammatical and spelling
Grammar
mistakes.
Nazi?
No, there's a name.
No. It,
You know
That
what I'm
would be
talking
it.
about?
well, it's proofreading, but
Fuck. But there's a name for it
Yeah.
all around here. Every company has a name for this job. I
Uh-huh.
can't think of it. If I think of it.
Cryptographer.
Yeah.
oh my
That's
god,
kind of close, right? It's got to be. Cryptographer?
No.
Cryptographer? I
something editor.
open
I feel
crypts.
like
Yes. Anyways.
Sure. Anyways, where to watch this guy? If you have a subscription to Netflix, it's on there. This is the first Netflix
Thank
movie we've
God.
had in a while.
Justify me paying with $14, $18,
those other
however many.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, for using
Oh,
of
you mean
Netflix?
for the-
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
thought you were
often-
saying of the other ones.
Let's
that
be real
wasn't.
here. How often do you guys watch Netflix?
I actually watch it often because I have Crunchyroll and I have Netflix for anime.
I watch it often because it also has some shows.
New
Some of the
Girl.
shows. New Girls on Hulu.
Oh, that's right. It used to be on Netflix.
It used to be on Netflix, but like Grey's Anatomy is on Netflix, and I was rewatching that recently.
What
so
are the three mix? McSteamy, McDreamy. Was there a third one or was there only two?
McSteamy and McDreamy.
Oh, I thought there was three for some reason.
McStevie.
McStevie. McStevia.
Give me my cell
McStevia.
phone.
Actually,
Ooh.
that's a really funny part of the show where they're trying to, because they've had McDreamy for so long, and then when McSteamy shows up, they're trying to think of what to call him. Like,
McSteamy.
and they go through Mick. I think like
Donald's?
Mick Hottie was
A
one of
lobe
them.
ultra.
Mick something was another one, and then one of the girls went McSteamy, and all four of them at the same time went, yeah, McSteamy. Like there was just a consensus of, yeah, that's what it is.
So who's the better looking of the two?
For me,
Can-
it's McSteamy.
Ah,
For
niggas,
me!
I fucking,
For
yeah.
me, it's McSteamy.
I don't know who is that. I know the other one's Patrick
It's,
Dempsey.
Dane's
The one that doesn't get hit by a bus?
Spoilers.
doesn't get hit by a bus.
He gets hit by something.
Yes. Oh my God!
Is his name
Something
Dane?
Dane.
Dane DeHaan.
Dane DeHaan.
You know who that is.
Dane DeHaan.
He's been in
Valerian.
other stuff.
Yes.
You've seen him. You know who he is. But
Can we talk about that for a
I'm more of
second?
a McDreamy. Yeah, get in it. Because I fucking. What a ball drop.
I
Eric
want that
Dane.
movie to
Eric
be
Dane.
good.
Yeah.
Eric Dane? Let
Yeah.
me see a picture.
okay.
Change the two main characters in that. Fucking phenomenal.
I don't even think the two main character. I think Dane DeHaan out in somebody else with a little bit of a lively spirit.
Sure. I can
and
deal
keep
with that.
what's her face in there, and she would be fine because she's playing off him. Never seen that guy in my life.
You absolutely
So-
have. There's no way.
I've never watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
He's not just angry.
What else is he in? A lot like Lifetime movies,
Soap operas.
right?
But yeah, well, who'd you replace him with?
Somebody with some life in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
they would walk into a room, like you're like, oh yeah, you know what I
Who
mean?
do
Like
you think they were going for? Like a Solo-esque? Like a
even-
Han Solo? Because
He was
I don't
in,
know.
He was in X-Men.
Like Devil
The
May
Last
Cry kinda?
Stand.
was he
He
Colossus?
was in.
I-
No.
Because if he was Colossus in that movie, he was just CGI. What was he? What was his character?
Who's this?
Come, damn
guy?
it, Tara.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to be on it with these things.
Yeah.
All right.
He's McSteamy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would you do? Like, if it's got to be a younger person in that era.
I know
right?
that's my problem. That
So
I'm trying
who
to
would
find.
be?
Jamie Madrox.
No one. I can't think of anybody.
No.
Maybe that's why they
Put
couldn't.
Chris Tucker in there.
Ooh, I missed it. What are you guys talking
The movie Valerian,
about? Oh, I haven't seen
the
it.
Fifth Element people.
He was in Burlesque. He was in Marley and Me. No. He was in the show The Last Ship. He was in the show Euphoria.
No.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so all things I haven't seen.
Was
I've
he-
seen the X-Men:
was
The
he the
Last
wiener?
Stand, but obviously he was definitely the wiener. Just
Flailing
look at
about.
me,
Gray Lady.
Dancing in the wind.
The Fixer.
fixer.
Helter Skelter.
Okay.
The show Las Vegas. That's actually where I saw him first.
Nope, nothing here from me. Apparently, I haven't watched anything recently. That's
None of those are recent.
Because it all.
Never mind.
Well, Euphoria. That's
not
not
that
true.
great.
Euphoria is recent.
It has to have over
He's coming-
9.5 stars for me to even think about
Take a
watching
gander.
it. Yeah.
The movies that we watched.
Wait, there's something that's
My favorite
coming
movie's
out.
got like a 4.0 out of like 100, so it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, you can also watch this if you don't have a subscription, but to pay for it, YouTube, Google Play, Apple TV, Fandango at home, and Amazon.
Oh,
Does
the
anyone
new
have
that new
Fandango at
Abigail
home? It's
movie.
just a website.
That new Abigail movie where they're like babysitting that girl in that mansion, but she's actually like a fucking monster. You haven't seen the trailers for that?
No,
Yeah, he's in that.
I like monsters.
Just avoid mansions, people. Just stay away.
I know, right? Especially
Stay
ones
the
that
fuck
aren't
away.
new.
Especially ones that are exactly.
Ooh, I got a
fucking
great
100 years old.
Funny. The last movie he was in was called Dangerous Waters, and his name was Derek, and that was McDreamy's name.
Drawing parallels. Look at you.
Connecting
They swapped swapsies.
the dots.
But he was a man whore. on
Great.
Grey's Anatomy, so.
Great
Yes, he
movie
was.
idea. You know how there's all these like abandoned mansions or abandoned places that these YouTube guys go to, and they're like, "Oh, check this stuff out."
Yeah.
A movie that starts off like that. Okay, we're a YouTube channel. We got maybe 500,000 subscribers. We're big, but we're not huge. We're going to investigate this abandoned mansion that's like a newer abandoned mansion, like 90s kind of or late 90s, whatever, and it's been abandoned for like 10 years. They go in, everything seems fine, whatever. And then it starts getting dark out, and then they start hearing noises, and it's like, oh, there's a raccoon. Oh, that's whatever. But then the noises become real noises, like what the fuck was that kind of thing. And then it turns out to be it's actually a haunted fucking mansion. End of the movie, the mansion wasn't actually there.
You got rid of all the spicy stuff. Did you just the general synopsis was intro?
Yeah. Well,
spicy
there'll
stuff,
be
and
more
then
stuff in the movie.
wacky
Right.
Yeah,
ending?
because for most of what you explained, I feel like I've seen that movie multiple times.
Never seen
until,
a movie with
until
with-
you
with-
said that the mansion didn't exist.
It should be
The
a
rest
place
of it
that's
sounded
been
like something.
that's been like torn down and had like 5 different iterations
Well, yeah.
of what
There
it was.
would- there would be, like-
oh, it was a hospital in the
Yeah.
50s and an insane asylum in the 60s.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. Well, I'm just saying, like the whole end of the movie
like
though
in the
is
first season of American Horror Story.
So
is
it
like-
propagates itself. So
Murder
that way
House.
it's like, oh, this is just a new mansion. No, it's not.
no. It's just
It's been around.
it's coming
For
back
a
and forth.
long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. But all those things,
because
there's
it's the
no
grounds that are haunted.
there's no
Yeah,
mention
it's a-
of how the place
good idea,
was
right?
demolished.
Good idea.
Murder House of American Horror Story.
Right,
is
kind of.
essentially-
But what
Kind
I'm
of.
saying is there's no documentation of that new thing being built ever. Right?
Sure.
But it's been there. Like there's documentation of this being there, but there's no documentation of how it was made. Right? So something just randomly comes back up and then they demolish it or whatever. Or it just disappears and then okay, we'll build something else on it or something like that. There's no clear story of that.
We should do like a horror mockumentary of the catacombs or the tunnels beneath Las Vegas.
Oh.
Turn that into a horror movie.
Just a bunch of Elvises walking around.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
hey man, what are you doing, man? I'm fucking
Dead
drunk."
strippers. Dead buskers.
You know what would
Dead-
also be another
undead
cool thing?
buskers.
So you guys know about Disneyland being the actual Disneyland is the second floor, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like
Because they have
stuff
underneath
yeah.
too.
all that is haunted. And there's your movie where it's all happy, right? You're in obviously you can't do Disneyland because they would sue the shit out
That's
of
where
you.
the mascots hang out at the end of the day.
Right. But what I'm saying is, dude, you think they get freaky in those?
I'd like
Mickey
to
and
not.
Minnie?
I don't want to think about that because
Just-
I feel like I want those people to be wholesome people
No, they're not.
that
they're
choose to just make people happy. in a
Goofies are around the
wholesome
corner,
way.
just
I do
like,
it.
what?
Oh, no.
God damn it. Anyways, so the idea would be that hey, it's this magical, beautiful place on the top floor, but below deck,
Dark secrets.
Right.
Just a Disney burlesque
Just random
Disney.
the most debauchery you can think of going on.
I get that Five Nights at Freddy's
Yeah, I guess.
kind of vibe.
Oh,
But Disney.
yeah. Maybe the fucking the people walking around in the suits aren't actually
There aren't people in there. They're actual
demonic
haunted
beings that during the
mascots.
day, that's how they get their energy to kill at night.
Do the Halloween thing where it's
Sucking
like people
souls out of little
walking
kids, yeah.
and they just see a still shot of like Mickey standing and a person walks in front of it and then it
Right.
disappears.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They could do something, and they actually are doing something right now because Steamboat Willie's thing came up, the copyright.
Oh, yeah.
So there's like a video
The
game, and I
old
think
shit.
there's a movie coming out that's kind of like that, like Mickey Mouse being
I think we got
killing
something
people. Yeah, maybe. We've had probably like 6 or 7 great movie ideas on this.
We don't remember anything about it. They got it documented just in case we ever need to sue somebody.
Yeah.
Just have to sit
was
and
ours.
go through all of the episodes.
Hey, man, somebody's got to do it. Speaking of
Where's
bad
Nancy?
words, what? Oh, look, yeah, we got people are doing. What is it? The Robin Hill butter.
Butter,
Oh,
Blueberry
he was
Thrill.
moving it. Blueberry Thrill. Is that a local vineyard?
Yep, it's in Brandywine.
I'm not a
area,
wine guy,
like
but it's
PG,
pretty good.
Okay.
PG area.
Look at that. Shout out. Sponsor.
It's amazing how much more like alcohol wine smells than tastes. This stuff especially smells like it's way stronger than it actually is.
What is it?
I think.
Blueberry Thrill.
No, what's the.
Oh, I don't know.
It's 12.5%.
Going down strong. baby.
Hey. Bad Words was
These are
written
only 7. They have vodka in them.
by Andrew Dodge. It was directed by Jason Bateman.
I knew that already, but because it comes up.
Was
on-
it really?
on the- it comes up on the.
He did a great job.
It says it when you're watching.
I
I
thought so, too.
actively don't pay attention to anything else.
It's got to be weird.
No, I mean like in the opening credits, it says.
It says, yeah, directed
directed
by.
I
He
don't
wanted
read,
you
I
to
don't
know.
read them.
Nope, I'm not even paying attention.
No.
No, what I was gonna say, it's
Do
gotta
you
be
guys read
weird.
the opening credits?
Yeah, I do.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't. I
I'm
don't
looking
think I
for
ever do.
people I know.
Unless some of them have interesting opening credits, like they're somehow weird and
Like it's
thematic
that
or
kind
something.
of, or like the Deadpool one,
But
where
if it's just like
freeze frame
font,
of them all flying
yeah.
in the air.
If it's just weird font that just plays like it did in every '90s movie
Oh,
ever,
fuck
I don't read any of that shit.
You know what I don't like? Opening credits that are so long that have nothing to do with the movie that I'm going, get the fuck on with the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like it's okay to show like 1 or 2 things over top of stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
But when it's just credits and it's like, hey, this is a Universal movie, and then they show Universal's Pictures presents by Universal
Yeah.
with people from
And
Universal.
it's just like a
You're
fade in. There's nothing even
come
happening.
on,
It's just
just
like
get to the fucking
I don't like. Which
like-
now we're spoiled because of streaming, but I don't like shows that don't let you skip the intro, and the intro is like 5 minutes long of like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know I've already I watched it the first episode. I don't need to watch it again.
I'm sitting here for the 8th hour because I'm not moving.
I don't
I'm seeing
mind
the same thing.
shows
right?
where like you can't skip the intro, like the first episode because
Sure.
they want to, or like some of the shows where like the first episode it has a full long intro and then the rest of them it's just like a quick like whatever. Don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones where it's literally like the whole intro every time, and then instead of skip, like doesn't give you the option to skip. You have to actually fast forward or something.
Do you know why Seinfeld is the best show? The intro
I
is
literally
just
don't.
the logo coming up on screen during the episode. There's no intro ever.
Okay.
You know what? While we're
You don't
talking
gotta
about
skip anything.
general
It's genius.
gripes, a really weird one that I have.
Yeah.
It's not like I hate it. This might be the lesser opinion, but when a movie plays like the introduction and then they slap you with the title and they go right back to whatever the next step. It's like the introduction of the movie. They do with a lot
Sure.
of Marvel movies.
Okay.
I've never been a big fan of that.
But yeah, you want the title to be the last thing, and you don't give us like, and then you
I
get
just
started
give it
in
to
the movie.
either
Is
that or
what
the
you mean?
beginning. Just put it in the fucking beginning. But they try to give like an intro sequence and then they slap you with the movie title right afterwards. And like,
You know what I would like to see? A movie that has nothing but just it opens, no credits, no nothing. The whole movie plays.
we don't give a shit.
Then at the end of
That's
the
what you tell
movie,
everybody. We don't care
whatever
if it is.
happens, the big at the end, boom! There's the title of the movie finally, and then you watch the credits for who was in it and did what.
Yeah. Go,
I don't need
go
stuff in the-
online if you want to read
Right.
about who did the movie. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's never been a movie like that, has there?
No, and the
We
only,
could do it.
I
We
mean,
could do
the
it right
only
now.
reason they put those names in the beginning is because they think people don't pay attention in the end, and they want to make sure you see.
Right. I don't give
who
a
those
fuck who
people are.
produced it. I don't care about Gail Ann Hurd. I kind of do because she did some pretty good movies. She's produced, Terminator 2, Abyss, Aliens, stuff like that. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know. I'm here for the movie.
But I love that he
And
directed
I
this
appreciate
movie.
what you
and
did.
This is actually.
I'll read it after.
Exactly.
Like one of, if not close to my favorite role of his too. Like I just the way
Okay.
that he is
In this movie?
Yeah.
This is my favorite role that he has. I think
I'm not a huge
horrible, but I don't know.
Patrick
I
Bateman.
like this one.
I'm not a huge Patrick Bateman guy unless we're
Jason.
watching. I was gonna say American Psycho.
Jason.
Jason Bateman fan, because like everything he normally does, he's playing the exact same character. So this is outside of that. So when he's being this like jerk all the time, but with little bit of heart there, I like it. You know,
Well,
what I
like
mean?
in the
I wasn't
change-
mad at
did
it.
very well.
In the
Yeah.
change up where him and Ryan Reynolds switch bodies, he's
And that's
a
the same.
total asshole in that
Yes.
too. And it's weird because it's like,
What's that?
why are you this person? And then in like Horrible Bosses, he's not really a. He's not.
still got that little
It's
sarcastic.
like in the
to
middle.
him.
He's
Is that
like
a
in the
word?
middle with that one
Sarcasticness?
because he doesn't want to be like a dick, but he's
Sure.
secretly like,
a dick.
I fucking hate everything.
What's the movie where he gets his identity stolen by what's her face?
Oh, Melissa McCarthy. Identity theft.
Is it Identity? I like
Identity
that.
Thief, I think.
Thief.
I,
Was it thief?
I thought that one was pretty hilarious. That was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
that wasn't bad. Yeah, there was another movie he was in, like it was the same thing, like comedy duo. I can't remember what the name is, but I was like, I get it, but I'm still not in it 100%. I think it was Extract or something.
He was also in the Couples Retreat movie, and I thought him and Kristen Bell really.
But he was also
Fed
kind
off
of
each
a
other.
kind of like a
He
pushing,
was a type A, like
Yeah.
anal retentive type
right,
of like.
and
guy.
that's what I see him as mostly, and that's what the roles that I feel like he gets.
See, I guess
is-
I don't. I feel like that's one of the only ones where I feel like he went that far, and the other ones he's kind of middle ground for me.
He feels
But I
like the
watch almost
same
everything
character
that he's in. So.
Okay.
in most of the movies he's done. He feels the same.
That's my qualm with it. He's the Tom Cruise, Will Smith type. Hey, I'm just me, so I'm just gonna play it.
The one
as
movie he
me.
did that movie with Will Smith, where he's the superhero. Will Smith is the superhero.
Yeah,
And he's the same guy in that
yeah,
movie.
Hancock.
Hancock, yeah.
Hancock,
Which is
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the greatest first 45 minutes of a movie I've ever seen,
And
to
then
then see it
Hits the bed.
going the complete opposite
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
afterwards. Like, it's so dumb. So dumb. When he shoves that guy's head up that guy's ass, amazing. Peak cinema
He
right there.
tells him straight up.
Yeah,
that's
hey,
what he's
I'm
gonna do. I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's not
shove
like.
your head up.
That's
this dude's
Also,
ass.
the fact that they
3
didn't believe him,
of
they
butt
know
penetrations
he's.
Oh, yeah.
in
They
movies.
know who he is. Like they didn't believe him. Really? Like
Doesn't matter. It's funny.
people are dumb.
Top 3 sodomized scenes. What was the
Thank
one?
you.
What was it? Just real quick? What was the other one?
Celery in the ass.
Yeah,
is like
and,
up there.
and then the one with Jason Statham and the shotgun.
Crank too.
Crank. Yeah,
Because he lubes it up with oil first.
100%.
That's the funniest
I don't
part.
think if he didn't do that first, I don't think it'd be as appreciated.
No, because he's like, I'm helping you out.
That's top 3.
Right.
It's easily top 3.
I don't know. I kind of like the one Denzel Washington where he's trying to find Dakota Fanning and he has the bomb and he puts that little bomb in the guy's butt.
Oh, that's a good one
That's
too.
good too.
That's a good one
was
too.
that
I think it has
Man
to
on
have
Fire.
Man on Fire? Yeah.
has to have a little comedy to it for me to be.
And has the guy's like bent over on the car and he's like, I mean,
Austin
I don't know
Powers
what
2
to
is,
tell you.
is peak for me.
Oh, that's good.
The scene where they're just pulling shit out of his ass. But they're not really, but
Yeah.
come on. She's putting the croquet or no, the tennis racket back
Oh
in
my
and she's just nailing it.
Ah, so good.
And then they stand up and all that shit keeps falling out.
That's perfect.
Peak cinema.
Okay, maybe that. Oh, I don't know. I have to think about this deeply.
Deeply. This is rated R for crude and sexual content,
What?
language, and brief nudity. I
Don't
want
look
to
at
say
me.
something.
Don't look at me.
That's funny. 2 thoughts. First is brief nudity.
You're
I
looking
don't
at me.
I don't think this is brief nudity because she's on screen for 10 seconds. She's counting the 10 seconds of them titties being out. That's not brief.
I mean,
Unless
brief
10
is relative.
seconds.
I
Hold
think
on.
they mean brief in comparison to the rest of the movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is
But
what it-
maybe the MPAA's rating is if it's titty on screen for 10 seconds, that's brief. Anything more, it's nudity.
Which, but
And
I
they got
think,
away with
but
it.
I
Do you think
think it
they had a
counts if
stand-in
you
kid
add it
for
all
that?
up.
They weren't. He wasn't there. You got to think.
I know, but
you're showing
it's
that
a weird
just her.
concept because I think you see the back of his head or a portion of
probably
it.
not.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine being
Look,
you're that guy.
We're
Your
making this
job
movie,
is-
and we're making it real. You look at them titties, kid. Okay. You're right. Ooh. Second, the scene where they're fucking in the shower.
Yeah. That was
What's
the
he
whole
doing?
idea.
What's
that
he
was
doing
the whole
coming?
idea.
I know that, but let's break it down here. Is she under him? Is she behind? What's going on there?
There's not enough room in that shower
That-
for whatever that is.
no.
We'll discuss that first.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. I see what you mean. You said
Right,
it.
right. That whole like
I don't
Now
know
I
why.
have to start all over again.
right.
I also find her attractive. I don't know. She plays
She's
roles
played
that
some
aren't
wild
supposed
roles,
to be
man.
attractive.
She really has.
She gets casted in roles where that's the last thing you should be thinking.
Yeah.
But
She's a pretty lady.
She is. She's a good looking. What's her name? What's her name?
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine.
I'm terrible with names. Yeah, she's great, man.
So the best role she's ever been in, we've actually talked about this before, is from the movie The Goods. Live hard, sell hard, right?
I liked her in
Jeremy-
WandaVision.
Jeremy Piven.
She's good, yeah. She's got one of the funniest like quests in the movie, if you would call it. There's the son of the guy that owns this used car factory is a like 35-year-old man, but he has like a 10-year-old boy's mind.
Perfect.
So
That's
she
every dude.
She wants to fuck him,
Oh,
Because she's just like, this is different.
and it's Rob
Never
Riggle,
gonna do
so it's even funnier. It's hilarious.
I
Does
like it.
she end up doing it? I feel like she does.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
It's a good
remember.
movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a great movie, but it's
definitely
hilarious.
it's definitely like it's like a C movie.
Yeah.
But it's one of those C movies that's like you need to watch it at least.
And you're
once, I feel
like that's a me and Wally type movie right
oh
there.
shit!
Look
You
at
just gonna
you.
Go in with the vodka.
We're just
drink
gonna
after?
why not? Takes a whiskey drink, he takes a vodka drink. Takes a I don't know
With
the
the
rest
good
of the song.
time, some
Yeah,
with
sure.
the bad time.
No, it's a lager drink and a cider drink.
Oh well, we got cider
Isn't that the
upstairs.
third line though?
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink. He drinks songs that remind him of the good times.
There we go.
Sings the songs that remind him of, oh, Daddy boy.
Pissing the night away. Did anybody
Kissing
listen?
the
That smells amazing.
Did anybody listen to any other song on that CD?
I didn't have the CD, so I can't
Yes.
tell you that.
No other song sounded anything like that song.
That's why it's a.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's wild how that works, right? Like
Sure.
maybe that was like Warrant when they did Quiet Riot or
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
Come on, Feel the Noise. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Quiet Riot, Come on, Feel the Noise. That was them saying in the last thing, hey, we need a single. Guys, go in, let's do this, because that's a cover song. They didn't want to do it, and they're like, no, go do it. They did it in one take, put it on the album. That's the biggest fucking hit they have.
Yeah. There's lots of even covers.
Oh, yeah.
That are like
Oh, yeah.
one hit wonders for
Those
people,
guys didn't
which is
even
wild to
know
me.
how to talk English at that point.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Right. And if you notice how it's spelled on
Speaking
the
of
album.
what plug,
Yep.
my band is
You all right?
releasing a whole
Yeah, I just got a
album.
high pitch like ringing this year.
From what?
Don't know.
Probably got the tinnitus.
Yep.
But
Well,
we're also
we're all dying. So
Well, I
it's
do
fine.
have tinnitus.
we're gonna release
But
a
this
couple
was
songs
a-
here soon.
Okay, when? Well, you got a date?
I can't disclose the
April
exact date, but it's
17th.
not too
What's
far off.
today?
But we
It's
are
like 2 days
we are going to do an
Yeah.
album release party
Oh.
in September.
Is
So-
that at the Rex?
Yeah. We
Oh.
right now we have 14 songs total. We're not going to put all of them on there, but we're going to do a good
Why not?
healthy amount because we saved another. Some of them are fucking wild. I'm having a blast.
Good.
This is the most fun I've had
That's all I
music
care.
in a long, long time.
I will listen
You better.
and I will judge.
I'm probably going to show it to you before I show
yeah,
anybody
you're
else.
good. Yeah.
You just
hope
what you
so.
do. What you do is you do what all the like these artists are doing, where they release the album that's got like 10
Oh, okay.
songs on it, and then you do a second release, and it's the the
The ones that
something
didn't make
edition.
the cut. Yeah.
The something edition where it's got the 3 extras on it, or like the
We've
4,
talked.
like
We've
whatever.
chit chatted. We've brainstormed multiple concepts
do
for this.
EP, man. Do 6 and
We're
7.
then
gonna
you-
do.
Because then
we're
you
gonna
let
do
people buy the
earlier
first
ones,
one,
and
but
then
then
we're
they're
gonna
gonna
do.
buy the second
We're gonna
one
do a
because
full
they
album
want those extra ones.
because I want an album. Because I
Well,
like
you do.
listening to something beginning to end. I don't
Got,
just like
got some ebbs and
song.
flows.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening who's not in the area, check out the band Hydra FX.
What a sweet guy.
HYDRA-FX. You can find their website, www.hydrafx.com.net.
I think it's
.gov?
.com. I think we have the .com.
Okay, .com.
Yeah.
Check it out. I was trying to do a spelling thing there. I don't
You did
know.
phenomenal.
Nobody caught that.
I think you did phenomenal.
We're talking about a movie, but a
We should be
spelling
the
bee.
last people
Sorry.
spelling.
I know.
Although speaking of
You know how
on
many
that
times
note
I've
with
spelled
Beza,
decision real wrong?
do you know how many times
Every time.
Do you know how many times Venue puts nightcap as 2 words?
To be fair,
No, it's 1 word.
Is it?
Look
I
it
was
up.
about to say.
I would make that same. I'd be like, hyphen? No. One
It's-
word?
but
Two
it's
words.
1 word.
Nightcap. I
Whether
want
it's a nightcap like one that you wear, or whether it's nightcap talking about like, oh, going out for a nightcap, if you look it up, it's 1 word.
I'm glad you told me because I would have never thought.
I'm still dealing with it 9 years later.
Spelled license.
I'm not going to do it on
Good.
live
Good.
stuff.
I can't spell
refuse.
it either. And in
refuse.
the job that I have, we deal with licenses a lot, so I have to type it out every time. I'm like,
L-I-
motherfucker,
Do you get
motherfucker.
secondhand like
LICENSE?
typing embarrassment while someone's you're remoted into a PC? You're like, oh, okay, here.
Shit,
looks
shit,
like
back,
we're
back,
doing
back,
this.
back. Shit. Here, you want an awesome.
Put it in Word first and then cut.
no,
and
no,
I
paste.
don't
you
really
want a
understand. I just spelled
awesome
it right.
shortcut?
Just fine.
If you hold
Fine.
Shift and hit backspace, it deletes the word, not the letter.
Oh, nice.
I didn't realize license was a hard one to spell.
It's any word's hard for me to spell.
Spell restaurant.
Nope.
There's an AU in there.
That
I know
one's
that.
that one I feel like gets more people than license. No.
Schedule.
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 I am a scheduler.
Wednesday?
I know.
So
You should have that one.
Wednesday. I've relearned like 10 times.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, the
That
fuck
N?
English.
Why is that N there?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Wednesday.
It should be the other way around
Sorry.
at least.
Why is the D there?
Yeah.
Wednesday, not wed.
Wednesday.
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 I mean, it could still be Wednesday with the D, but then the N and the D should be swapped, like send. You know, like
right.
it should be WEND, not.
Should be just WENS.
This is why people.
February.
This is why people are
February.
like, yo, English is hard.
It's not. It's. I don't know any other language, so I don't have any
Croissant.
reference here. Croissant.
Croissant.
Is that French?
It is actually. So
Croissant.
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 Anyways, Bad Words is starring Jason Bateman as Guy Trilby. Trilby.
Truly.
See, this is where we're at
Is
already.
it Tribley?
Tribley? I don't know.
Tribley?
It's Trilby. Trilby. Trilby.
Trilby.
Whatever.
Catherine Hahn is Jenny. Rohan Shad as
Good luck.
Chat
You just watched the
Anya
movie.
Chopra.
Shatney.
Chaitanya. Chat Anya Chopra.
Shatney.
Just Mr. Chopra. Ben Falcone is Pete Fowler.
Falcone.
Philip Baker.
I like that last name.
Falcone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Philip Baker Hall as Dr. William Bowman. Allison Janney as Dr. Bernice Deegan. Rachel Harris as Mrs. Ty. And Judith Hogue as Patel Dubas. Dubas? I don't know. Look.
Good enough.
Dumas.
I want to say something about Allison Janney's character. Once she gets fired, she's just gone from the movie, which I understand.
Well, why would she need to be there?
I just felt like
I thought she was going to
She should
continue
have
to
been
try
like
to
sneaking
sabotage
around in the
shit.
back.
that's what I thought was going to happen too. I was waiting for her to show up during.
I'm obviously not going to quit. Like, when
Right.
bitch, you said it. Like, you said
I did like that scene because 2 or 3 people were like, "It didn't even matter. He spelt it anyways."
Like, they had moved
Right,
on.
right.
They were like, because that guy comes in and he's like, you sabotage. And they were like, oh my God, it didn't
Right.
even stop him.
Right.
Like,
It's hilarious. And the one guy who was like calling for her to be fired, was like, it didn't even stop him.
she even cheated.
Right.
It didn't work.
Hilarious. Runtime 96 minutes, right in the pocket. I was happy to see that before I pressed play. I was like, one and done. Let's go. Get in, get out. It's all that it need. And the movie didn't really need anything else, too, right? Like,
You got everything you needed.
right. I like how the backstory of him comes out as the movie's going on because it's a mysterious thing, and that's kind of a plot point of it too. So you don't need anything going in. Like, you don't need them to do anything beyond.
How much time you spend guessing? Because I spent a little while guessing.
You see, the weird thing
I
to
think
me
I-
was
On,
think
like, why he was doing it.
I think I'd figured it out before it was told. I think I'd figured it out.
I figured the ending out. I was like, okay, it's going to be him and the kid, obviously at the end, and then he's going to spell it wrong, and then the kid's going to win. And
You mean the dad
fuck.
part?
Yeah, the dad part. Why he was there.
I didn't even think about that. I was more.
I was caught it halfway.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how the movie was going to end, not like why he's there. I really didn't even care. You know, I was just like, oh, Catherine Hahn, what's up? And then I was like, all right, well, this kid's kind of cute, whatever. Oh, titties. And then I was like, all right, what are we doing here? You
I
know?
can't even tell. Like, I don't remember because the
Dude,
first
the
time I
Indian
saw
food
it was years
references
ago,
were
so I don't really remember.
Okay, let's be real. This movie's a little racist.
A little. The definition of, and it's hilarious.
When he said something about we could eat a sacred cow, I went, oh my God.
He started calling him like curry.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, holy
That
shit.
kid was fucking awesome, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, I agree.
he's really funny. And even the end where they're like on stage and he's like, you know, telling him, like, I'm just going to keep it. And he's like, fuck you, guy.
Right, right.
Like, oh my God.
And now he's swearing.
He's
And he's like, do you hear this?
Right.
This is your kid. You did this. You raised this.
the very first scene where they meet. He's like, I'm going to tell the stewardess there's a tick tick in your bag.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
I was like, oh my God. I was
And
like,
then
okay,
he gets
that's
on the
where we're
elevator
going.
with him.
Yeah.
What was your winning word? Okay, what's your favorite word?
That's a sentence.
Well, so looking at it now, it's completely different because he is trying to be his friend for a specific
So he's
reason.
like pushing it.
Yeah, exactly. So he probably knows he's being annoying on
Which
purpose.
you wouldn't be able to tell because to the rest of us, we were probably like, he's just a
Facetious.
He's just a kid.
doesn't have a lot of friends because
Right.
he's in a spelling bee, and he's just like, you know, whatever.
I want to talk about one scene in particular, and I need your assistance on this because you're a woman. Would you not just
Spell
smell ketchup?
Are you talking about the period portion of it?
Correct. Would you not just smell
Some ketchup doesn't smell
I mean,
like vinegar. Vinegar.
I
you
guess
know?
I don't know because it was underneath of her.
But it's right there. You would
No,
probably
it
be like,
wasn't.
What,
It was
what
under
a
her.
fucked up part of the movie.
It was
by
under
the
her.
way.
I mean, yes.
That was
Also,
way
okay,
And
more
if
you're-
she had never, if it's
Yeah.
she's never gone through it before, then that was actually though that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid
I
with his
don't-
mom's
yeah.
panties. It
And-
was fucking
That was
Oh
funny.
my
That was funny.
God!
He's
Like,
sitting there fiddling with them.
and they're
even
like,
though they're
oh,
not
he's got
hers,
his,
but-
he's got his. Looks like he's got his lucky handkerchief.
I would have laughed if he blew his nose.
But that poor girl, you're right, because even her
Yeah.
mom was like, "Go, like, get up, go," and she's like, "Mom,
Yeah.
traumatizing."
So then,
Sure.
how
I
do you think
she
that?
made the right move?
How do you think that
I
conversation
think-
went when they got outside? Because she follows her out there.
Finds the ketchup.
Right, like it was ketchup.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like
When
he
by any
was
means
cheating the whole
necessary.
time,
Yes,
you know, but not. I guess not technically. He's just
apparently
getting in
didn't
their
have to.
heads.
And
Like,
what also too? Yeah, he didn't really have to if he was that
well,
smart.
where
but
was
you
the
get it.
rule that said we couldn't lie to each other and get in each other's heads? Like,
He obviously read all of it.
exactly.
His whole goal was just to make it seem like a fucking
Farce.
yeah.
Also, at the end,
Like,
like
it's
right
just
when that
stupid.
one kid is like, there's only like one kid or something between them, and he just leans forward and he's like, "I'm gonna fucking end you."
Yes.
It gave me vibes
And that
of.
kid hits the guy with the chair, though. But he was gonna hit him with that chair. Like he
Oh,
full
he
on
fucking
WrestleMania that shit. He was
whipped
like,
that shit.
I mean, he kicked him in the nuts
Ooh.
3 times.
I think that was
Been kicked in the balls.
I think it was once. I think it was a like they
Yes.
were showing it like
It's not
boom,
fun.
but like it was a slow mo repeat. I think it was one time. He wouldn't have been able to do it 3 times because he hunched over immediately. He would have hit him in the
I
fucking
get what
face.
you're saying. I'm just trying to replay it back in my head because it.
I think it was only one time.
I think it might have been. But I'm gonna go
Dude,
3
a
times in my
swift-
brain.
There's no way he could have done
upper
3
kick
that
to the
quickly.
balls.
He was a small kid. He's got a quick little.
But what I mean is he hunched over. Like you wouldn't have been able to like.
Kids like joints are just rubber at that
What I
point, right?
mean
He's a
is,
whoppa,
if you
whoppa,
watch it
whoppa.
again, all three times they show him make the connection, Jason Bateman is still
You're right,
standing
you're
when
right,
the
you're right,
connection
you're
was
right.
made. So like,
Okay. Touche.
but then was gonna hit him with a fucking
I'm gonna
chair.
call
So,
Jason
like,
Bateman and
he
be like,
was-
"Hey, so you know the part in Bad Boys where you get
He
kicked
was
in the
gonna
balls? Was that 3 times or
literally-
1 time? Like, was it for a dramatic
was gonna
effect?
destroy him.
Yeah. Well, he did. I mean,
I
dude,
think-
that chair.
I thought he was
would've-
gonna cup check the kid when he was on the ground. He had
Yes.
hit the ball. I thought he was gonna be like,
When he burns his book, though,
That's fucked up.
dude, it was great.
You know what's awesome
And
about
he's just
this?
sitting out there
that's what I
flicking them
love.
off.
Though is like he doesn't give like he
No.
doesn't care. He's like, we're all created equal here, man.
Oh, well,
I don't
not
care
only
how
that,
the fuck old you are.
I was
You
gonna say,
fucked
like,
me over, I'm fucking you over.
Yeah,
Like,
he's not holding back anything.
He's kind of doing what his dad was setting out to do.
True, very true.
Right? His dad was trying to be like, this is what the world's like. Have fun.
But also, he's like, we're friends, right? Every
Yep.
time. Like
Yep.
that's what friends do, though. Let's be real. How many times have I flicked you off in our lives?
Plenty,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
exactly.
Just
I flicked
don't
my
know.
mom off yesterday at the show.
I don't think you flicked me off ever once.
I'm genuinely
Do it
and
right now.
pretty nice often.
Do it right now.
No, he won't.
Do it right
Because
now.
he's too nice.
Do it right now.
You know
That
what,
little
Wally?
baby finger.
I'm never gonna flick you off ever again.
You can't bug me. It's a sign of
It's-
affection.
No, I'm gonna
Thumbs up.
just the little thumbs though.
Is
Whenever I see
that
it,
like the Nixon or something?
and you're gonna look at me and you're gonna be like,
Which president?
The thumb is how you tell if you have enough room to run away from a bomb or not.
don't.
Run away from a bomb?
Hold on,
Is
don't
that-
do that. He hasn't seen the first episode yet.
Not even the first. We
We're gonna do
finished it.
Don't,
I watched all of it.
don't,
We're done.
don't. Please don't. I'm taking it slow because I'm a Fallout guy. Me and Wally put probably 120 plus hours into Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I've played Fallout 4 probably 10 times, front to back.
I beat it at your house the first time.
Yep, I beat Fallout 4
parents'
in
house.
VR.
It's really
Have you-
unfortunate
have
because there's
you
something I
played-
wanted to talk
Have
to
you
about
played a Fallout game?
it. I don't know
Which
why you had to do
one?
that,
God
but
damn.
Which one?
I don't know why you did
damn.
that. to me.
Which one?
I have
Things
no
that
idea what
irk
one
me
Well, then
is
that-
whatever
that-
that just was.
Yeah, I don't
I want to make. I'm giving her the girl.
have you.
Jesus.
I think there should be a name for it, but there was a lady that I used to work with when I taught, and she would say honey, but very condescendingly.
Oh,
Honey.
honey. Oh,
yeah,
How I Met Your
I'm
Mother.
like, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you,
honey.
if there's anything that lit a fucking fire underneath my ass.
I will punch you in the face.
I was like, oh no.
Not today, honey.
That's the well. It's like I mean, like the southern like you're an idiot is like a.
I'm
bless your
thinking of it
heart.
now, and I'm just like, it's so
Bless your
infuriating.
heart.
Out of 10, what would you give the Fallout series? No, any other thing, just straight number out of 10.
7.
Okay, that's all
For
I
me.
need to know. That's all I
Nice.
need to know.
Nice.
Because I did see the first episode.
Mhm.
I had 2 qualms with it, but we're not going to talk about it.
Were
But it
they
was great.
game-related
Excuse me.
qualms or were they show-related qualms?
One was kind of a show-related qualm.
I-
One was a game.
Spell qualm.
I
QUA.
LM.
I feel like, yeah, no, you're right. LM, yeah, qualm.
Um,
Don't
Nice,
don't.
buddy.
Of course.
Honey.
Honey.
Oh, God.
Snap.
I'm rating it. I'm rating it off of like as because
TV,
I'm
TV
not
show.
connecting it to the game. You know what I mean? I know why things are what they are, but
Sure.
I'm rating it as like a show. I watched it as a show. If it had nothing to do with the game,
Now you
know,
gotta put that
like-
dinosaur game down and play some of this. It's good.
You should.
can't.
You
I
should.
love it so
You should play Fallout.
I actually just was saying to Carrick, I need them to come out with like another version of this game because Carrick was like, or you could just find a game that's similar to it, and I was like, no, it has to have dinosaurs.
The Jurassic Park Survival is coming out.
That's
That's
not
what
the
you.
same thing. I want to build the park.
Oh, well, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
There's no dinosaurs. Are you not listening to me?
There's a zoo one.
I want the.
Stop
I
being
have
so
the zoo
angry.
one.
God damn.
I have the zoo one, but
She's
you
so
don't
whining
actually.
her, she
But
starts
you don't
screaming.
actually build anything.
We should text Carrick.
You're right.
You literally, it gives you
Make
the
sure he's okay.
environment, and it just places.
How do you
it there.
live with this? Like, what's going on? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm really enjoying this conversation because I agree with you. I do like Jurassic Park, but I don't want to pick that game up because it's exactly what you're saying.
You can't stop.
Well, not that you can't stop, but there's an ending point to it. Obviously, the game keeps going, right?
There is an ending point.
But then there's nothing else.
I've ended it 4 times.
That's what I'm saying. There's
And I
nothing
just-
else.
Yeah, I will
Restarting it.
end you. Let me tell you, this wine is no joke.
That's not wine anymore, but
I know.
A baby.
I know.
Bad words.
problem
Was,
is I'm gonna finish mine. I'm not gonna have any more because I gave you my wine.
We have some of these.
That's not wine, is it?
It could be wine if you
Near?
think hard enough.
this tastes like good vodka lemonade wine. Anyways, Bad Words released on March 14th, 2014. That's its wide release. It was actually released first at TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival,
Tiffany.
earlier
Good acronym.
in the year. Right, I know. Box office that week, though, the top 10. Number 10, The Monuments Men.
Spelled
Emma-
that without a space between the
The Monument.
little weird superhero group.
I already looked at it. You smell it. You smell it.
No.
No?
I am not going to spell anything. on here.
Monuments?
I
Actually,
get
it's-
self-conscious.
That
trying to spell
is
things.
that is exactly how you would spell it out, like sound it out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, well, you said monuments men
Monuments.
without putting space between it. I was like,
the
spell the whole thing.
Monuments Men. That's 3 words.
Okay.
The Monuments Men.
Yeah. Okay. never mind.
I get what you said. Number 9, Frozen. Spell that.
I'm not going to do it. Even though I know
What?
how to spell it, I'm not going to do it.
Never seen it.
I have
Never
grown
seen
to
it.
like Frozen, if I'm being honest.
Never seen it.
The second one's better. Have you seen the second one?
I've seen them a million times.
I'm telling you, the second one is better. As an adult, the second one is better. It's fucking funny.
Cool.
Well, I think the second one feels a little bit more about what is the redhead one's name again? I always forget the
Anna.
name. Yeah, and I
Anna?
like her more.
Anna.
Anna. That sounds like it would be spelled with an H.
It's Anna and Elsa. It's not.
Hana.
No, Anna.
I
It's
know.
not Hana.
Can be.
Ohana.
Ohana.
Hana.
It
Number
means
8,
family.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
No idea.
Oh,
I
What
think
is
it's a
that?
Wes Anderson movie.
it's a good movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Okay.
Number
It's
7,
eccentric.
Is it though?
Son of God.
No idea. There's no way. Frozen.
Here.
What week was that? Does it
Present.
say? You didn't look
I
at
only
that-
do
you
top
don't know.
3 though.
I'm just
Gotcha.
interested because I feel like Frozen
Sounds like
was
a
probably.
Bollywood
So I
movie.
feel like if Frozen was what was it 9 or whatever, it must have been late in its
Well, so this is March.
So it's a few
There's no
months.
way Frozen
Yeah.
didn't come out like December.
earlier, yeah. Or like January even.
Question: have you watched the Ted Show?
Not yet.
You like Ted?
We've talked about it.
We have.
I know that it exists. I'm just
The
not
sh-
there. I'm just not there yet.
The show's better than the movies.
I'm just not.
100%.
But there's no Mark Wahlberg.
Doesn't matter.
Seth MacFarlane is still the voice of Ted, right?
Marky Mark.
And it's also in the
And the friends of
90s, so there's a lot of nostalgia there. The show's way better. And it doesn't hold back.
Because it's him as a kid, right? It's a prequel,
Yes.
pre.
Yes. And it's actually very, I hate to say woke, right? But it does delve into some very like today topics
today.
Like,
It's progressive,
thank you. Well, that's why I said I don't want to say woke.
but you did.
I know, but
I was
That's what
giving
people
you,
say.
I was giving you.
thank
the
you.
good
It's a
word,
very
the good
progressive,
word to use.
very progressive look at the '90s with some things that are
Good
in it,
for
which
them.
you wouldn't think would be in a show that's just like stupid and funny, right? So I feel like they're baiting and switching on you in a good way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like bring it in
Bateman?
for the crude jokes, but also like, oh yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, lesbians. Okay, yeah. So watch it. It's good, not because of lesbians.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet.
No, do it. Put it on. You got Peacock, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, she's got the cock.
No, I was gonna make a comment about Fallout, but he hasn't watched it.
Don't. I have to watch it. I'll watch the first one tonight. I think I'll watch it after this.
It was about the first episode, so I thought I was gonna be safe.
It
and I
shall
remembered
happen
I
today.
remembered you
First
hadn't
20
started it.
minutes or last 20 minutes?
I've been too busy.
The comment.
Last.
Okay, then no.
You haven't even finished the first episode?
No, I have.
Oh.
He's doing it for me.
I'm gonna watch it again for him, and then we're gonna watch every
so-
episode every
So what
Monday
did, what did
night
it matter if it was the first half or the second half?
because he hasn't seen it.
So what did it matter if it was?
Because the first half wouldn't really matter for spoilers' sake.
It is actually not even a spoiler. It
They
was just,
fucking said-
it was
said-
about someone who's in the show.
I don't want to hear about it.
Okay, never mind.
It was
Moving
about
on.
it was about an actor. It wasn't about the show.
A man,
The Ghoul?
Yes.
Walter
Technically.
Goggins,
No.
the guy from the Flintstones.
He was part of the Brotherhood
The-
camp.
Yes. Okay. Also, Ow.
Are we not talking? Can we not?
That's all. I was.
right, all
he
right,
did
all
it.
right, all right,
He
all
told
right.
me not to do it, and then he did it.
I
We're
connected the
literally
dots.
watching this after
It
we get
doesn't-
off the
He told
get done
me
the
not to do
podcast.
it,
It
and then he did it.
100% doesn't matter about anything to do with a plot point in the show.
Well, mine doesn't. What I said doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
You went further.
I just said ow. That's all I said. Anyways, number 6, a movie that I
Wait.
did not think I would actually like. The Lego Movie.
Oh, great.
Everything is awesome.
It's great.
Two things that were going against it for me.
Everything is
Number
calling
one,
you part of a team.
Chris Pratt.
Not a Chris Pratt fan.
I'm not a Chris Pratt fan anymore. Number 2,
Go
why?
ahead, Go ahead.
He is
Well-
oversaturated, and he's doing what I said earlier. He's just Chris Pratt.
Do you like the Mario movie?
If it wasn't him, 100%.
I haven't seen the Mario movie
It's
yet.
really
I've heard
good.
that it's good, but
It's really good. Yeah.
I love him in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's
Sure.
and in Parks and Rec actually. Like his character.
But that's
is
before he
fun.
became
A
big.
douchebag.
And if you look
Oh.
at season 7 when he had to go to London to film whatever and they made it so they went to London too, that's when you can tell he's not the same type of guy.
But
he-
he go to London.
Guardians of the Galaxy. He was filming Guardians of the Galaxy
at the end
and
of
that's why
being
they
part of
went
it.
to London.
I do love
the
Guardians
show.
of the Galaxy.
Yes.
It's
I
my favorite
agree.
one.
Of all the Marvels?
Yeah.
You know
Hands down.
what? I think
Yeah,
it's
the first-
up. It's
The first one.
up there.
It's also my
But-
favorite soundtrack out of all movie soundtracks.
I mean,
oh,
yeah.
the soundtracks. All three of them,
Yeah,
their soundtracks
yeah.
are amazing. The way
Favorite
that the
Marvel
second
movie,
one
favorite that?
starts, awesome.
That movie is amazing. I don't think I've cried so fast in a movie before.
Which one?
The first Guardians of the Galaxy.
What part did you cry in?
The very beginning where his fucking mom dies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
and
was
that
gonna say,
music
the
plays.
third movie was
Those-
the first movie to
Ah!
make a tear come out of my eye in over like 10 years.
Well, so that's what I was gonna
the
say.
song that they choose for those parts.
You're
So
right, you're right.
Okay, you're right.
Perfect.
But what I will say, and we've talked about this before, the Guardians
Just
of
think of it now.
the Guardians of the Galaxy series as a whole, like the 3-movie chunk, I think is the best one of all of the chunks. Like because I think all 3 of them are great.
Okay, Thor movies.
They're
Iron
not
Man
all 4
movies.
great.
Thor 1's okay. Thor 2 sucks.
Thor 3 is awesome.
And Thor 4,
Four,
I didn't even realize
trash.
it was 4. I gotta watch it
Somewhere in the
again. Somewhere in the middle. Probably better than the second one.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like I
Iron
feel
Man
like
1 and 2 is really strong to me. 3 is really good, but not as strong.
That's
I'm
you,
going.
though.
I'm going through them.
Critically
yeah,
acclaimed
yeah.
I'm going
Iron
through
Man
'em.
movies.
The Captain America movies. I don't know.
Winter Soldier is that? That's
Civil
fucking
War?
Really good. That's those
they're
are
good.
really
They're
No.
good. So here's
The first Captain America.
It's fucking good too.
Here's why I say
Goofier,
what
but
I
good.
say though is I think Guardians of the Galaxy have more as a whole in them. They have a little bit more
Preparation H.
quippiness. They have a
Feels
little more
good.
have a little bit
On
more of
the
the feel good. Have a little bit more of emotion. Have a little bit more.
I don't
You know what I
disagree with
mean?
you. I'm just trying to summarize in my brain.
They're
what
more
you're
well
saying.
rounded.
I think you can do if there's a test sometimes I do in my brain
The litmus test.
that I
brain.
haven't talked
In my
about.
brain.
But if I can make a movie, pretend you can degrade a movie
Okay.
to where it looked like it was in the late 80s
Okay.
or 90s. I feel like you could do that with the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and it'd be just as good as, like, say, the old Indiana Jones movies.
I get what you're saying.
And Star Wars movies. It fits in a very nice little fucking perfect place
Sure.
of whatever those are.
You know, people shit on the second one, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It's not bad.
Do they?
No, not at all.
I liked it.
The soundtrack of
lot
that
of
one's
people
very
do.
good, too. The third soundtrack was the worst one out of the bunch, and it's still great.
Still good.
Yeah.
The third one, though, Carrick and I left the theater, and
Devastated.
Carrick was.
Oh my God! Don't look at me.
Carrick not only said, one of the best Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He said this is one of the best Marvel movies I've ever seen. When we walked out of Guardians 3,
See, I would rate.
just because
they gave
of
it a
the
huge payoff.
of the like.
I thought it was the weakest of the three. Honestly,
I think the second one's the weakest of the three.
I don't.
I think the second one and third one are about the same for me. The third one has so much payoff and it's so long. Second one's fucking phenomenal and has a great soundtrack. The first one, though, is just fucking perfect. You never expected it. I didn't know really with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I love comics and shit, and I didn't really know. I only ever heard of them.
They weren't a big thing. Yeah.
weren't.
So they released it, and I was like, okay, whatever. Went to see it in theaters, left the theaters like, oh, this is fucking,
Love it.
this is legit.
This is where it's at.
This is I got the vinyl, I got the fucking cassette tape. I have all those sitting at home. It's so good.
Guess though for us, the reason I think that he said that about the third one is I feel like the third one felt more like cinematically great, like just all of the pieces of it, like adding the background story and adding the emotion and stuff that you didn't really have. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like
The third one felt episodic to me. The third one felt
Yeah.
like it was in chunks,
Yes.
as opposed to like one
Have
fluid.
you watched it since?
since the theater.
Yeah.
Did we all go
think
see that
once.
one together?
No, we saw
Ant-Man,
we
which is the worst Ant-Man.
We saw. Oh no, we
Quantumanium.
saw fucking Thor.
Yeah, that too.
The-
Yeah, we
in
went to
the
the same
same
place.
place, okay, yeah.
But that was me,
Me.
you, Randy, and Tiffany. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Well, that's because afterwards we were like, shit, we should do that. That would be a good.
Yeah, we did Ant-Man, and
Yeah.
that was the worst one.
Yeah. Terrible.
But that's another one. The 3 Ant-Man movies, like they got worse. Yeah, they got worse.
Yeah.
They were never good.
The first one,
Oh no, they
You know
weren't.
what?
It wasn't good.
I love the first one. I really
it's
do.
okay. You're right. It's okay. It's not crazy good.
And like, I know it's
Fucking
Paul Rudd,
shit. They
Tara.
were
Of course,
shit.
you love the first one, but like,
You know what we're not talking about? The 3 Spider-Man movies.
Which ones?
I
The newer
completely
ones?
forgot about them. Not even gonna lie.
The original ones?
No, the
No, the
As
ones
them
that
being in the
Tom
Marvel
Hollands,
world? Is
yeah.
that what
you
you're
don't
saying?
think? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not. They are, but they're not. You know,
that first one is really good.
the first Spider-Man, the
Yeah.
Tom Holland one, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's really
It's
good.
They're all great. They're all
And then
phenomenal.
the second one, even with what's his face,
But are they all
they're all on the same
as
level.
good as the same? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I think Guardians of the Galaxy
I take
might
it back.
be the best chunk.
Me and Wally were like almost holding hands in the third movie.
It was really
Oh
good.
well, but
That had more payoff than any movie I've ever seen in my
But-
life.
they put that in there. You know, like that's.
Okay, that
The
still
fan-
makes it good.
I'm just saying.
The fan service in the
Fan
third
service
one
wasn't
was
in there.
ridiculous.
but it is in there.
But I'm just saying.
But,
There's
If-
like a.
if
sneak-
I'm-
take it back
hold on.
now.
No,
No,
like a
take
sneaky
it back.
if I'm squirming in my seat to grab my best friend to be like, oh my God, that's a good movie. You know what I mean? If I'm just doing this, like, all right, cool, sure.
But the thing,
All right.
the thing about
That's
that,
not, you know,
the thing about that, you're just worshiping the Toby movies with that third
I
one.
don't fucking care.
I know, but
You know
it's
what I
not.
mean?
It's not. That's one of those things where fan service took completely over because all the bad guys
Yeah, it's amazing.
were all from the older
Well,
movies.
here's my thing.
All the good
I
guys
watch,
were from the older
Yeah,
movies.
I watch and I love movies for emotion because I
Sure.
don't get emotion anywhere else in my fucking life. Let's be real. So if anything's gonna
You're
make
like
me feel,
Took
Mary.
it deep right there.
what's
You're
up?
like
This is my
Mary.
therapy right here.
Therapy.
So what I'm saying is, if a movie gives me emotion while
The
I'm watching
feels.
it, or like, oh my God, yeah, like that means it's good. It doesn't matter if it only does it to me one time, because let's be real, that Spider-Man movie is only going to do it to you one time because you've seen it and it's over, right? Like the whole payoff or the whole like, holy shit, they're actually doing it. Andrew Garfield's here, Toby's here. You know,
I think it depends on your view because that doesn't feel as much as it's part of the movie as it is just a part to make individuals happy.
yeah, but I'm
hey,
part of
let
that
me-
individual
let
and
me
I want to be
sell-
happy, so I'm watching this movie and now I'm fucking
It's like
happy.
it's like putting a bunch of really famous people in a movie, but without
Ocean's
actually
11? What?
without actually going, oh, they're
How's a good
best
movie
fit
then?
for this.
You're right,
Without going, oh, these are the best actors
Don't
for
throw
this
that
part.
in there
It's
like
just
it wasn't.
Okay, I take it back. Fast and the Furious, the last couple ones.
yeah. Well, you see what I'm saying though, right? Like,
Last
oh,
seven.
Toby's gonna be in
Expendables.
this. Oh,
All
this
the
is gonna be
Expendables
in
movies.
this. Oh,
Trash.
this that
Exactly.
other Spider-Man's gonna be in this. Oh yeah, which if you look at the first Guardians of the Galaxy, you're like, Batista's going to be in this? Obviously, there's some big name actors in there, but a lot of those guys were fucking lofting into their film careers. So it's kind of like,
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying.
I think those two sets of trilogies, I think, is what the highest for me.
They're definitely the most grossing, I think, right? All the Spider-Man movies together. I know fucking the Civil War ones.
The Avengers are all.
not the Guardians.
But
Let's
that's
look 'em up.
different. That's different, I think, right? Because Avengers would be everything together.
Sure.
I'm going to say this. This is my tier. The Iron Man movies are first just because without those movies, specifically 1 and 2, you don't get the entirety of Marvel's cinematic universe. He's doing it, and he's making, I can feel it.
This time it's carbonated.
So he's doing the rings around the...
Sorry. You just keep going, Steve.
The rings around... He's trying to be Miss Congeniality here and play the water... What would you call it? The water...
I don't know. It's not working.
Why'd you do the middle finger? That was weird. I didn't like that. You stared right at me, too.
She doesn't, because you started talking to me.
Okay.
That's what she does in the movie. She uses like her.
Okay, what I'm saying is this is my rank.
Tier. Go.
The Iron Man trilogy first because it means more to the Marvel Cinematic Universe because we wouldn't have it without it.
Sure.
Iron Man 1 is probably my favorite Marvel movie. Again, meaning because there's a lot there. Then I would go the Spider-Man, then I would go the Guardians of the Galaxy. But I mean, they're like right there. But Spider-Man is my favorite guy, so I can,
Yeah. But from just a good movie perspective, just from like a well-balanced movie perspective.
Still in that.
Still. All right. Where are we at now in this fucking top 10?
Number 5, Tyler Perry's The Single Moms Club.
I haven't seen that.
What a step down from the Lego movie.
All I know is I want his compound.
Bro, if I could make a living and that much money on dressing up as a woman, and it's funny, all those people who are like, cross-dressers.
Dude, he has his...
Let's not get in there.
He's got his fingers in a lot more pockets than... Yeah, I was about to say it. Yeah.
He's done a lot.
I know that, but that's what started it out.
And look, guilty pleasure, I think Medea's hilarious.
It's great.
It's funny as shit. Medea goes to jail.
You don't get Medea, though, if you don't have Big Mama's house. Just saying.
Big Mama's house.
Martin Lawrence
hilarious.
Started that for him.
You think he was involved in some of that, the finger popping?
Finger popping each other's asshole?
I heard he was involved in some of that finger popping.
Man, Diddy might have made him do it. But you know what? He still did.
You think he was diddled?
Oh.
Did you guys see at Coachella? I think it was Coachella. Renee Rapp had Kesha come up on stage and they did the TikTok song. Like just because a lot of artists
What's the
like
TikTok song?
that wake up in the morning.
The old one from our young generation.
Yeah. Anyways, the song starts as wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. So they get on the stage and Kesha comes out and she goes, wake up in the morning saying fuck P. Diddy. and all you hear, I didn't even hear the next thing she said because everyone was just like, everyone was like, yeah, fuck that. Like,
see Will Smith?
I did.
Doing Men in Black? Did you?
No. Wait.
Will Smith went on and did the Men in Black song at Coachella.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's awesome.
With
oh God.
It doesn't even matter.
Oh my God,
it doesn't matter.
That's what he needs to be from here on out. It's just like a ghost in the wind, but every time just sneaks in.
Come back in. And then we'll move on. Have you? Did you guys see the new Bad Boys trailer? The Ride or Die.
I don't want
to
watch it because I want to go and just empty.
Okay.
I have not either.
That's fine. I've seen it.
What were you gonna say about it?
I was just gonna ask your thoughts, but you don't have any.
I don't have any. No. I'm gonna go see it. Is that a good thought? Are you gonna go see it? Did you like the last one?
No.
I haven't even seen the last one.
Was that Michael Bay that did the last one?
Yes.
The second one's the best. When Martin Lawrence is on the drugs in the captain's house.
That's good, but no. The best scene in that movie is when the young kid comes to the door.
And Will comes out.
And they're like grilling the kid. It's hilarious.
He's in the next one. He's in the movie.
The kid is?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's clear. They've got it set up where clearly he's married Martin Lawrence's daughter.
Is Tia Leone going to be in the next movie?
I did not see her.
Because that would be awesome.
I did not see her.
Because she's great in the first one.
She's great in the first one.
Yeah.
But the second one overall is, like, as a whole, the best one.
I do want to plug something. Me and Randy are actually doing a series, a Bad Boys series, up until that movie comes out. So every month we're going to do a Bad Boys movie. We're going to review it on the Extra Reel.
And so you haven't even seen the last one.
I haven't, no. So I'm looking forward to that, I guess. Anyways. Number 4, Nonstop.
I don't know what that is.
I think that was that train movie. Where there was a train and it didn't stop.
With Denzel and...
Not Denzel, maybe like not Chris Pine, somebody else and something. They're on a train and it's doing its thing and it's not stopping.
Denzel's in.
And they got to stop it.
Bullet Train.
Nonstop.
No.
Dude, that movie was great.
Speed.
Have you seen Bullet Train, right?
What is that one with the Chris?
I take it back. This is actually Liam Neeson and Julianne Moore.
Old Liam Neeson.
Yeah, see.
And they're on a flight. An air marshal springs into action during a transatlantic flight after receiving a series. Unstoppable. Okay,
And it is
non-stop,
Washington.
unstoppable. Okay,
I know what I'm talking about.
I received a text message demanding 150 million offshore account or someone will die every 20 minutes. I watched this movie. It's actually really fucking good.
Chris Pine
6.9 out
is
of 10.
in it, but Denzel Washington is in it with him.
Nice. Okay, you're right. So my brain was right and your brain was right. Look at that. We pieced it together.
The other Denzel Washington trainish movie.
Training Day.
You said
Training Day.
1, 2, 3.
You said Trainish. So that's been Training Day.
With John Travolta.
Top 3 that week in no particular order.
There's no way Bad Words is in the top 3. I don't even think it was in the top 10. I think it was too indie of a movie.
We'll see.
Okay, go ahead.
No particular order. Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Don't know what that is.
Need for Speed.
Oh my God, what?
300 Rise of an Empire.
This
Need
is the
for
worst
Speed
top
had.
three.
This is a pretty bad top 3.
This is bad. Top
Need
3.
for Speed had Aaron Paul in it.
So,
I will go.
no offense.
He was hot at that time.
What are the 3 again? Need for Speed and what are those?
Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Need for Speed. 300 Rise of an Empire.
I'll do Need for Speed 300 and then Peabody.
Same thing. Same.
Number 1.
I don't even know what that Peabody movie is.
I don't
so.
either.
Let me look it up.
I feel like when we don't know it, we always put it in.
That's exactly what I do.
Because we're like, we would have known if it was important. Like, we would know it.
Of course.
That is an animated movie.
Okay, I stand by what I said.
Peabody is that fucking dog.
Dog?
Yeah, what the fuck
From
is that
Up?
from? No,
No, that's Doug.
Peabody. Anyways, Ty Burrell is Mr. Peabody's voice. You know who that is? Yes. Max Charles, don't know who that is. Stephen Colbert, Leslie Mann, Ariel
Stephen
Winter.
Colbert.
A lot of people in this. Stephen Tobolowitsky, Stanley Tucci, Lake Bell.
Love
right, top three.
Stanley Tucci.
And number 1, Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Number 2, 300 Rise of an Empire. Number 3, Need for Speed.
Oh my God, we were completely backwards.
wrong.
Yeah, Bad Words was number 33.
Yeah, see, it's an indie.
Damn.
movie.
Damn.
I didn't even know. I didn't
It's a
even
good
know
indie
about
movie
it.
for an indie movie.
I didn't know about it. I stumbled upon it one day when I was looking for something to watch. I
There you
didn't
go.
I think this was great.
Yeah, I think it needs more recognition. I don't think it
I
is
think
known enough.
I think it needs more recognition for Jason Bateman being the director of the movie because it was directed very well. I think.
The movie.
I think
was
the whole
good,
thing
too.
on the
Yeah.
whole,
Yeah.
On the whole.
it was good, man. I think this
On the
movie
real-
was great.
on the real
It was a
level.
surprise because I thought I had never heard it before. I thought they gave us a shit movie to watch as Payback or something.
No, I-7
So-
Psychopaths you again.
yeah, it's good. It's good shit.
So budget, what do we think it costs to make this movie?
Like, not a lot.
Like not a lot.
He probably
He
didn't
directed.
take pay, right?
He starred in it. I'm gonna
Because
go.
who pays
Let me show you the titties, girl.
Who pays it? They don't pay him twice. It's like, right? So.
I don't know. How do you think that would like? Hey, I'm gonna act in it and direct it.
I don't know.
I'm
Is
gonna
it
go-
one of his first directorial? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll do it
I
for
mean,
just pay me as an actor,
Yeah.
you know. Or I'll do it pro bono. Who knows?
I'm gonna go $11 million.
11 million, 8 million. I guess $10 million. I want to say something.
We're all right next to each other.
I want to say something before this. I do write these down before I look at.
Okay, so
any
it's
of this
10
stuff.
million.
It's
So you
exactly
got
$10
it.
million.
Anytime he says that first,
Yeah.
prefaces that. That's exactly
I
what it
would.
is.
I
That's
would.
his way of being like, I was spot on.
Look, it's hard for me to say that because I do write all this up, but
There's
at the
only
same
3 of us
time,
here. I trust you.
my wife is over my shoulder like, hey, don't fucking look it up. Okay, this is my guess. So what I do, I just want to give you guys my whatever. I open up my notes page when I'm making my notes because I've had all this written down, and before I look up anything, I answer the questions.
Sure, I got you. I trust you.
I believe you. I think about it while I'm watching it. I just like,
I don't
what
think
I
about it till the
No, I don't.
second the question is asked.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, you're right.
you know what? That makes total
That is
sense.
I
wild.
know.
Box office, what do we think it made overall in its run?
The same amount.
We're not too far from what she's saying.
It-
It's on Netflix. I'm gonna go.
Netflix?
I'm
It's
gonna
on
go.
Netflix?
Oh, I would go 20 million. So hopefully it made more money than.
I'm gonna say it 10. I'm gonna say it maybe made.
I
its money.
love the
I'm
movie.
gonna
I'm
say
hoping
it
it does.
made-
It
Oh,
did
I
better.
want it to make money. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't think that it did because I didn't even know anything about it.
I didn't
So
either.
I guessed $8 million. It made, and again,
Here we go, Steve.
I wrote this down before,
You're just so smart.
7.8.
I think wine
Damn.
makes me sassy.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna beat me.
I'm okay with it.
Also, though,
Please don't.
I think just like
I bruise easy.
Just be sassy
I
all
think
the
just
time. Just
breathing
be
makes me
sassy all the time.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. I like
Everybody
it's all
likes
right until I get
people-
hit or something.
As they
I've
need
never
to
hit you.
Yet.
be. Yeah, you have.
Hit?
Like, not like
Gently.
purposely punch, but I've seen you go, hey! And like, that would leave a mark.
She just gets excited.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's not a hit. Like
It's a-
hit, I feel like is aggressive. I wasn't being aggressive.
I've seen you go, hey! And hit him. That's kind of aggressive.
Keep going.
Or like,
I
yo!
feel like usually I just shoot him daggers. I don't need
Okay,
to touch him.
touche.
She does.
Toma-
She does do that. Fucking
Sorry.
100%.
Opening weekend, it made $113,000.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
I'd like 100.
yeah, I'd take it too, right? Yeah. Tomatometer time. Rotten Tomatoes score out of 100%. What do we think critics and audience gave it?
65.
This is hard for me
65
to
for
even guess.
critics. Look, she did you right there. You see that? Just
I didn't think about it.
Good.
Both.
both 65.
Sure. I just wish I had more
64.
one, because as soon as this is gone, I don't have any more.
64 audience. No, critics. 64 critics.
So all of it around the
64.
board.
So I guessed 65 critics. 60 audience.
So this is telling of what we all thought. Like we're all like
I
right
always said
there.
60. I was probably around there anyways. I said 64 because I try to do what she does.
Critics. And then remember, I wrote this down beforehand.
Oh my god!
Critics.
No one cares anymore, Steve.
That's why I'm saying it. 66. Audience, 61. I was 1% off on both of those.
Steve's on par with this.
I was
just
1% off
I
of the
just
critics.
I just want to look.
That's
I
not a
never.
bad
I
score.
never get.
It's not a bad
I never
score.
get wins here. All right.
not.
Especially for something that didn't make any money or anything like that. It's not a bad score.
I honestly, I always feel like the 60s are what most good movies are.
Someone
you know
in
what I mean?
Hollywood doesn't
I feel
like
like if you
Jason
go
Bateman.
over, if you're in like
That's probably what it
the,
is.
if you're in like the 80s, that's a phenomenal movie. And if
100%.
you're in like the 40s, it's a shit movie. The 50s and 70s are like
Yeah,
on both sides, but the
100%.
60s are the sweet spot. I feel like most movies,
Like an 80
you find them there.
83 to a 91 or 2 is an A+.
Yeah.
That feels like the reference for me. So when you get down to here, we're in like C movie category. Like
Yeah, you're right.
maybe C+, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
C plus plus. No, you didn't catch that.
I have one. It's okay. I
Who
do
is your-
computers all day.
Who is our favorite character in this movie? Anybody?
Jason,
Yeah. Oh.
he's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
It
he's
is for me.
I mean,
I
the
love the
kid,
kid, but-
is a close second, but
There's really not that many characters, right?
no,
I
mean,
don't know. I'm
they
gonna,
don't. The other ones don't really get that much time.
I'm
you
gonna go
know?
with Catherine Hahn.
I do love. Oh my god, what's her name? Is it Rachel? The mom who like throws a fit during the thing, and she's like, I'm not going. I'm not going.
take
and
me.
she
She
just
called my
she
son a
just like lays
cocksucker.
there, and they
Is that
have
the
to
kid?
literally like carry her.
They
out.
pick her ass up
Yeah.
and take her out. Yeah, I did like how
My
like
vagina is nice. It's nice.
like an elephant's trunk. Great.
It was
Oh
good.
my God.
You're gonna have to work for this. They're trying to carry her out.
Yeah, she just goes limp. She's just like, no.
Perfect. That's the most Karen, justifiably the most Karen
It
thing
really
I've ever
is.
seen.
Yeah, but it's funny.
It's hilarious.
But also, you're on TV now, lady.
Just
doing that.
his no holds
Dude,
bar for
parents get
anyone
really
is.
invested
Oh, yeah.
though in their kids' shit
Commendable.
I mean, they're
sometimes,
throwing
so.
chairs at their car when they're driving away.
If you're hiring teachers and tutors, like multiple versions just for spelling, I'd be kind of invested myself.
But also, like,
Would you
what
be
is this?
mad
This
if
is what your kid's gonna. What are they gonna do after this?
I'd
Yeah.
never do that for my son. I think it's
Hold
a
on.
waste of time.
Would you be mad if a 40-year-old dude showed up at a spelling bee and beat your kid?
No.
You got because you would just be like, "See, you got beat by a 40-year-old dude."
I feel like in the beginning I might
Rewrite
be
your
because
rules,
I'd
you
be.
idiots.
I think in the beginning I might be because I'd be like, well, that's great. My kid probably doesn't have a fucking chance now. Like, I'm so glad
I'm looking up
we did
spelling
all
bee
this
rules.
work. But also at the same time, like I said at the beginning of this, I wouldn't know how to spell those fucking words either.
Oh, no.
And I'm a grown up for the most part.
And you know what? That's the thing. I think it's a fair, like, thing.
And he followed the rules.
Right. Anybody.
They should have put it directly in there that there's a fucking
just because
age
he's
limit.
40 doesn't mean he has a
They
better
never
grasp.
put an age limit. They put a
Academic limit.
academic limit.
Yep. And he didn't. Yeah, look, check it out. That's funny.
I love that his dad was an encyclopedia salesman
Right.
and then ends up running
A spelling
the
bee.
huge spelling bee thing, and he ends up like wanting to be in spelling bees. I just think that's funny.
Well, he didn't want to be in spelling
He
bee.
did. He said.
Oh, well, you're right.
When he was
So
younger,
the
he
West-
wanted to be in a spelling bee.
The well-known spelling
well-known.
bee championship, the one that you see
That's
on
on
TV.
ESPN. Yeah.
It's called the Scripps.
The scripts.
It says neither
I like that,
they can't
actually.
they can't have turned over 8. They can't have turned 16, or went beyond an 8th grade
Academic level.
academic
sure,
academic
sure,
level.
sure.
Yeah, so that's the rules.
That's very specific on there.
But that's that one, not
That's
this
that
one.
one.
Yeah. This
This
is
one
a
didn't
new
say
one.
that.
Right. Interesting.
They didn't think about it.
Favorite scene?
Honestly, there's so many.
Every sex scene is hilarious. But
Don't look
the-
at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I think that every exchange between him and the kid, but my favorite one is especially the plane, because I didn't really know what this movie was about until
like
that
right at the beginning.
first exchange happened.
Yeah.
And he started saying all the, it wasn't
Fucked up
slurs,
shit.
but
yeah.
terrible
A little
racial
fucked up, yeah.
analogies. Yeah. He started spurting them out. I'm like, oh, this is what we're doing. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
I like the scene where they like spurted ketchup on the car and then put it on his face, but it's not the scene.
And they're like,
it's the way
"Oh."
he picks him up off the
Yeah.
ground
Oh, yeah.
and just grabs his ass and starts throwing. Like,
I do that to my
imagine.
son.
Hold on though,
It's
but
the same thing
imagine
I do to
being
my
the guy
kid.
that showed up and you're like,
And
oh
this
my god,
kid's just like he's just
and he
picking
just picks
like,
him up.
Oh no!
Oh look, he's fucked up. Oh no, it's ketchup. It's ketchup.
Dude, if that dude would have got punched before he got to the point where
Oh yeah.
people found, I would probably deck the fuck out of that guy.
Also, wouldn't anybody in that bar see him slinging that fucking
Yeah. Driving around.
underneath him?
I feel so. I'm sure it's not going to happen, but there's people running around pulling pranks on all these other people and filming it. I feel like I wouldn't have enough lag time. I feel like I'd fuck someone up way too quick.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
prank
yeah.
wouldn't go. It was just
Yeah,
like-
no. I'm sorry. I'm on
There's
top
too
of
many
you in a Lowe's
pranksters
fucking.
now. Yeah,
punching
those
you.
people that put the fucking buckets on your head
Yeah,
and
sorry,
run away.
buddy. Yeah,
I got too
I can
good a reaction
I can
time.
whiff
Yeah.
that bucket so fast. You're getting fucking sick.
You're eating the edge
To
of
the
that
nether
bucket.
realm.
Yep.
Dude, you're going down quick. I'm gonna go buy some zip ties. You're gonna be hanging by your pinkies from those shelving rafters in the middle of the night.
I'm having a hard time narrowing it down to my favorite scene. I do really like I said, the very casual like nipple conversation at the table.
It's funny because like
never
that
think
is
of
a
it.
child's brain right there, right?
Because
Like
he was like,
some of them.
and he's very.
I'd
he
like
was
her to
like,
have
no,
nipples,
they
too.
don't. But he looks at him like, no, they don't.
He's
like,
very
he's
adamantly
like,
he
you're
knows.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid. You're an adult. You should know this.
So my brain went to, well, he's right because some people might have mastectomies or whatever, or like they get
which
them cut off.
his reasoning was even more like simplistic
Yeah.
and realistic. Like he
And I was like-
hasn't seen them. Like
Oh,
I was genuinely
right.
concerned right after that too, because he's like, right after that conversation, he leaves. He's like, we need to handle something. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
he was gonna like full on like,
I thought we were going to the strip club.
yeah, like
Yeah.
getting him a stripper or a lap dance or something. The fact it was like that was a little bit better. Still not cool, but still. Way
I like
better
how
than I
they're
thought it
in
was.
an alley, and
Yeah,
the kid,
yeah.
he's like, "Hey, wait here in this alley, kid. I'm
And the
gonna go
kid's
get a
just like,
fucking hooker."
cool. Okay, I'll be right here.
What you get? $10?
Yeah. He's like, I have more money.
Yeah.
But
Wanna
I
get some ice
also,
cream? Fuck the ice cream.
also
Yeah, I wanna-
do really like
I wanna
the
touch 'em.
like I like the back and forth at the end too, though. Like when
Oh, the
they're
spelling.
when they're purposely misspelling
yeah.
words and
friend
then
off.
yelling at each
Yeah.
other. But one very small part, which I already mentioned, is when he hears the dad and the kid talking about it, and he comes in, and
yeah.
that whole exchange, and the dad is just randomly throwing in comments.
Yeah.
But that
That
very
didn't go the way I thought it was.
that
No, I thought he was just gonna walk away, and he,
Yeah.
like a good, like everything else in this movie, he just walks in like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
But that
Yeah.
very,
Awesome.
like I already said
Was
earlier,
the devil may care, right?
that
Is that
very
the phrase for that?
simple, where he's like, "You showed me my first boob," and the dad was like, "You what?" And he's like,
He's
Another
lying. See,
lie.
he's lying.
like
would've done the
another
same
lie.
thing. Same
Another
thing
lie.
instantly.
Or when he runs into the girl and he's like, "I got him ice cream and porn," like I'll just casually.
He just throws it in the corner too when he walks in that
Oh
room.
yeah,
He's like,
he's like, "Fuck that." Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Good for him.
I
And
also like when he puts the bag of poop on the receptionist
I was gonna say that.
counter.
What do you want me to do with my pee and poop?
that's something you would
And
do.
he just
I feel like
drops
that's
it there.
exactly something you
Like,
would do.
Just walks by.
I honestly feel like as a receptionist though, like the person who has to deal with that, because I didn't assign his room. The fucking lady told me to do it. Blah blah blah.
right.
She looked
I
like she
would've
was in
found-
on it though. She felt
I
guilty.
would have found him a room at that point just to make my life easier. Like, here's a
Sure,
real
but
room.
She seemed
Here's
a
a
little
real room. Go for
fucking
it.
Mean too. Is facetious the word?
Facetious. I can't say it. Facetious.
Facetious.
Here's something I never thought about because I asked
Good.
my wife this while we were watching this. Do hotels not just have a bathroom in the lobby?
They do. Most
They do.
hotels do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Have you used one?
Yeah.
I don't remember there.
I
being
just
just
used
did.
one when we were in Indiana.
we were there like we just did.
Right.
I got that hotel up in near the jetty.
I couldn't wait till we got up
okay.
to the room. He was checking in, and I was like, I'm not going to stay here. Wait, I need to
All
go.
right. Well, then he would have just went there, right?
Yo, guy didn't show up at the counter after my gig to get my room, and I waited like 15, 30 minutes or something like that. Showed up.
Ew.
Those are very different time
Whatever,
frames.
it's like 30 minutes. And
Okay.
I was super nice. His name was Tim.
I would not have waited.
He looked like a poor man's Gandalf. And I walk up to the thing and I was like, "Hey, been waiting to get a room." He's like, "Okay, have you been out here for a while?" I was like, "Yeah, it's
Oh,
okay
you didn't
though."
book the room. You just showed up.
No, I was checking in.
Oh.
I was
So the
checking
room
in,
was
So
already-
and
you
my
should've
phone
had-
was dead.
Oh, okay.
So I'm checking in, and he's like, "Oh, looks like you got the upgrade." And I was like, "This is one of those
You got
moments."
damn right I did.
Well, yeah, I think it was one of those moments where me being nice, like, actually paid off. He's like, "You got a spa in your room." I'm like,
Yes, I
"Oh."
fucking do.
He's like, "It's a whirlpool."
And what does that mean? And did you use it?
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
I would have used it immediately
Oh,
after
did
the
I?
show. Are you kidding? Do you know
Yeah.
how good that would feel after?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, put his
she was
butt right up to
they
the
were
Jets. Yeah, it's fine.
I took him out to dinner at the Redfin, and then Sarah and I went back, hung out.
Oh, nice.
There have been
We hung out.
Whirlpool.
especially because
out.
we do play daytime shows a lot of time, like
Thought
the
you were
duo
gonna
trio stuff.
Go completely different there. Yes.
But especially like
Funny story.
no.
yes.
Real,
But
real-
like when I'm on my
Let him
feet,
do it.
no,
You're
you
gonna
go,
put
you go,
you're
you
gonna
go.
put your feet up against the whirlpool.
No, I just
yes.
say that I have a big soaking tub, and after shows, a lot of times I'll come home and I'll just like hot water, some bubbles, and I just
rid of all the
like
nastiness.
soak my body.
Do you have the
Just
jets,
like,
though?
We don't have jets.
Yeah,
That's
this
fine.
one had
You
the
had the
jets,
jets, yeah.
and
Well, yeah,
I
'cause
didn't
it's
know
a
what any of
spa
the
tub.
buttons were. Oh no! And I was like filling it up, and I turned the jets on when it was past
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
input hose, but not past the jets. And I go through the
Oh.
button, it goes whoop.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh shit!
A beautiful.
It also makes strange sounds when that happens too. Like if it's like
Yeah.
right there and
Oh
it's
my
like,
God, yeah.
it's like trying, but it does nothing.
I want to piggyback off what you said. A lot of people think being a Karen will get you stuff. No.
No,
Being
no.
nice to
I've
people.
learned the
being
opposite.
Canadian.
Sure. I wasn't gonna go there, but I'll go there. Being super nice. There's
You betcha, guy.
fucking right there.
Sorry.
Hey, you're doing such a good job there, bud. I find being nice to people in restaurants, hotel workers,
Yeah, that's a different
anything,
story though.
anything service work.
Shit in your food.
If you're nice to them,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Shit? Like really? Shit? You went that far?
Maybe I don't know.
I've
I
seen
know
a
that's a little
road
much.
trip. They take
Shit?
that,
Waiting.
that cinema. The fucking-
Nobody's shat in somebody's food and waiting.
He shoved it up his pants and road
Yeah, there
trip,
could have
man.
been shit on there.
Horatio Sands was all up in it.
Yeah,
He's like, I didn't want powdered sugar on it.
dandruff. Oh,
That's
God.
waiting. That's waiting. The salt on the
Gross.
steak.
Yeah,
No,
gross.
it's powder. Yeah. Anyways, what I'm saying is, service workers. The more you're nice to them, the more stuff you get for free. Instead of being a Karen and being fucking
Yeah.
mad and whatever, just being. Those people don't want to fucking be there. You know what I mean? Like,
But not only
be
that,
nice
but
to
a lot
them.
of the stuff that people get upset about is not that person's fault. Like
Yeah,
Exactly.
Out
So
of their
why are you
control.
taking it out
Yeah.
on them? Exactly.
Just
right.
you can tell when it's
Be
that when it's
understanding,
something
that's all
that
you gotta do.
person. Like
Exactly.
like we were at a restaurant one time and the server was a college town, so and she was in college, so like she was younger, but we weren't getting like refills, we weren't getting our stuff, we weren't able to even order as fast because she kept going and talking to friends at tables. And like to me, okay, that's you. That's a direct like
I want my fucking drinks.
you are directly affecting us
But
now.
you'd be
at that
nice
point.
about it.
We still were still tipped because that's just I don't not tip. I don't not tip. But it was one of the things where she even like, oh yeah,
Don't pull
so,
a
like,
Dave. Hey, see this
I've got
20 right here?
finals. I've got finals this week,
Yeah.
and it's
That
just
only
been a
covers the
hectic
food.
week.
I know.
And it
I'll
was
take a 5
I
off
mean,
that. Here's 15 now.
I get it, but so I'll be nice to you. Like I'm not going to be mean, but
Sure. But
that
also,
doesn't mean just because you're under pressure that you go and jack off with your friends while we're. You heard what I said.
I mean,
Hey,
it's
you guys were
literally-
supposed to be helping us, but you were whacking it in the back.
I mean, it was a table of guys she was talking to.
So she was just underneath, like,
Nah, just fucking. What's the point of getting frustrated over stupid stuff?
you know,
That's where
exactly.
I'm
You're
at.
wasting energy on
Exactly.
stupid shit. Like, I think there was a time where I was at Buffalo Wild Wings and it was taking a little bit. I think me and Randy were there for something. And she came back to take, she's like, oh, you guys ready to order? And Randy was being like, oh, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, Randy, we've been sitting here for like 20 minutes.
How do you not know?
Right. I was just like super nice. I was like, hey, we'll just do this, whatever. It's fine. If you can come back around, just make sure, don't forget about us. Like I literally said it very nicely. Just don't forget about us. Right. And she's like, you're right. And just walked away. And then she was super nice and everything was fine. But if I would have said, hey,
Yo, bitch.
we've been waiting here for 20 minutes and you haven't said anything.
I would never do that.
Hey, yo, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways to do that to be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So saying something like, just don't forget about us. We're here. We're having a good time.
Just be a human being.
Do you
Don't
guys
say anything more
do you
than
guys
fucking human.
use like the stereotypical like dad jokes to servers?
No.
Are you like those people?
I'm not a dad, so I don't got them.
I do.
So Carrick does it.
I do joke.
I like
with
to
everybody.
flip the if it's a big menu, I like to do the crack of the menu, like, hey, I don't know what I'm
No,
gonna get.
Carrick has done the I think I might need a wheelchair to get out of here, or the
Yes, fucking
like
guy.
come ask
Yes.
if we want dessert, and he's like, oh, I don't know, I'm fat enough. Like he does it. He also though he addresses almost every waitress or waiter that we have by their name. Like he makes sure he knows their name
That's a very good thing
and
to
he
do.
addresses them by their name.
I don't know if I'd like that because I used to be somewhat of a waiter myself, and I always felt like if I was addressed by my name, I'd be like, fucking know you.
You have
Well, a
very
lot of
casual
times they
names,
say
Steve.
it at the beginning. They say it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times he'll repeat it back to them to make sure that like he got
Tanya,
what their name was.
looking here at the menu, Tanya, I see I'm supposed to get fries and another side, Tanya.
Doesn't do it like that. But like if he
Can I substitute this, Tanya, with another thing?
But like for example, if like if,
Tanya, look at
Oh
this.
yeah, that see that's right up
No,
there with
not the
honey.
snapping.
If I was on the
But
side-
for example, like if we were to need something and like she was walking by or he was walking by and there wasn't something
Tanya, I
that
need
like
more water.
Why is she dying?
I don't know.
why is she Tanya?
I have one really bad service story where I think I might have gotten a little out of hand, and it was probably a Canadian out of hand. But I went to the Taco Bell that was in Prince Frederick,
Warranted,
and I walk in
warranted.
there.
Doesn't matter what the story is. Warranted.
Yeah, I walk into the Taco Bell, and all I want is a Baja Blast.
Which is blue Gatorade in regular.
That's all I want. And I
yeah.
walk in there, I'm like, hey, can I get a Baja Blast? And she said, no, the machines are down.
Bullshit.
And then some other employee comes out and corrects her, says, no, they haven't been down. She looks me dead in the face and then goes, no, our machines are down. And I'm just staring at her.
Give me that guy. Give me that guy. Come here. Come here.
I'm
Come here,
like,
guy.
what the fuck?
I
Yeah.
don't want to talk to him.
And
Can you bring
no.
him back out?
I was like, this is kind of
Can
ridiculous.
you show me
I
that it's
look at
not
her,
working?
I was like, but this is a Taco Bell. I'll see you guys later. I just left. I was like,
I wanna tell you
It wasn't worth it after
one
that.
of my best nights that I can remember working at this French restaurant. So every
Was it in
table.
Canada?
No, it was here.
No, it was in
Cafe
Leonardtown.
des Artistes in Leonardtown, which is now social.
Yeah.
Anyway, so every every table they would get a basket of bread, right? But the bread was
An
like
assortment of bread or like the same loaf, like one loaf.
no. So assortment of bread, like little.
Different
they were like
breads.
this big bread loaf,
But
like
different.
small, different ones. Yeah.
Love
so
that.
each person would.
I love
Get-
the options of bread.
Yep, sure.
Really do.
So,
No,
anyways,
I really do.
I'm sure you do. There's no doubt in my
no,
mind.
no. They, trust me when I
Did you
say
just call me
this.
fat?
Bread,
No.
the bread has been around. Trust me when I say
Bread's
this.
delicious.
We had a bread warmer in the back that we'd always stock and keep warm,
yeah.
right? So when we gave it to you, it was
It's just
fucking.
Steve rubbing bread together.
I'll be ready in a second. Right. Anyways, so again, they were like this. They weren't baseball size, but they were like. They were kind
Kind
of
of baseball.
Well, that's about the size. Like this right here.
So they weren't like round, the
I'm-
baseball size.
I'm trying to get you guys ready for the story.
Sure. Go ahead. Bread, baseball size.
So some of my friends actually were there, and they were at a table towards the back of the restaurant, right? So normally when we bring, what are you doing?
There was like
Okay, sure.
A fuzz, maybe?
No,
A
but
booger.
like because the wine sometimes at the bottom like builds up in that thing, so it was just like a piece of that.
Sure.
Sure.
Anyways,
Okay.
so my friends, the sort of friends, but not like me and Wally friends, but like acquaintance, whatever.
Sure.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintances. Acquaintances?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't say
How
it.
much wine?
Doesn't matter. None.
Yeah, none wine.
So they're in the back, so I bring them their bread, whatever. Cool. So halfway through dinner, they're like, yo, let's get some more bread. I fucking throw them bread from across the restaurant. Again, this is
Like a loaf, like a football.
Yeah,
Like you held
that's
it
why
like
I was saying baseball size, right? This is a
Did you throw it like a football or
4-star.
like a baseball? Those are
I
different things.
sidearm that bitch.
But
Steve is fucking throwing baguettes.
This was towards. This was towards.
Hugging baguettes
He
across the-
speared that shit.
This was towards the end of my tenure at this place.
Oh,
I didn't give a fuck anymore.
Right.
Sure. So they were like, yo, hook us up with some bread. Like, they yelled at me as I was tending to another table. And again, this is like a 4-star sit-down, quiet French restaurant, right? Like, hey, what are you guys going to get? We're going to cut our thing. Like, stuff like that where there's like, some smooth jazz playing in the background, whatever.
French jazz.
Sure. So it's a very like 50-year-old type people sitting down having a quiet,
Except
bunch of
for your
rowdy kids,
friends
yeah.
who
if
wanted you to
somebody's
toss
like,
them.
it's bad, right? Anyways, so they're like, hey, let me get some bread. Like yelling across the restaurant.
Your friends.
People don't
Your
yell.
acquaintances.
Sure. So I literally, because I already had a thing of bread in my
6-pound
arm that I
baby.
was going,
A baby of bread.
a baby of bread, 6-pound, 3-ounce little baby Jesus of bread with me, walking to another table. I just grabbed a loaf out of it and just, I'm talking
Did they
just,
catch it?
guy was like, and
Wait,
just cut it up.
the one you threw it to, or
Yes.
another table?
What did the
No,
other
no.
table
Because it
do?
would have been hilarious
It was
if I.
David Dodd's. Oh my God, it's coming back to me. Yeah. Because he was like, let me get a loaf. And I was like, "Bleh." And he literally went, caught
would've
it,
been
put it on
even-
the table, and just cut it.
No, it would have been
In
even
one
funnier if
motion.
another table was like.
It would be even
Did
funnier
the
too.
table it was
Snatched it.
supposed to go to?
Right, and the
get
guy's just
fucking
like
furious?
intercepted. Well, it was
would've
like
been
so there was like
hilarious,
4 in
honestly.
it, so I just grabbed one and chucked it and
Were
then
you the
brought
loaf
it to
guy? Were you the
them.
loaf guy?
Well,
were
you
you
just
a
you just
loafer?
brought it to their table every time. I guess I was
You're
the
the
loaf guy.
loafer?
Yeah,
I would.
I just
had
vividly,
seen
I
that,
completely blocked
had
that out of my
I
life.
seen that in a restaurant, I would have been like, me next. I got it. Me
Exactly.
next.
I'm pretty
Hit me.
sure I got a talking to after that.
I used to do something
We
in the
don't.
lunchroom
We don't do
We
that
don't
here.
do that.
where
here.
I would catch grapes in my mouth that they were fucking hucked, and I did it the full length.
Oh, so
From
we're talking.
corner to corner.
Are you
sidearmed.
talking where the vending machines used to be in the back
So
corner?
you know how it's like 2 sections?
Yeah, it was like an L.
Yeah, it was like this. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
right here, and the fucking grape was lofted from right here.
Oop.
It
Did
was
you
a
have to
magical
move
moment.
for it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy's not. No one has that kind of aim. No one has that kind of.
I wrecked my
fucking-
neck, but it's fine.
No, fucking nailed it. Fucking teachers were watching. I don't remember what her name was, but there was one of the ladies that was in charge of watching the lunchroom was just sitting there watching me, going, "Oh fucking Wally's just doing this shit again."
Wouldn't you be like a little impressed?
I'm pretty sure she was.
She'd probably
This
like,
is
you
really
guys
funny.
need to knock it off.
I got
but also,
away with everything because I was always in trouble.
Yeah.
I was never not, but I was never so much in trouble to where I was being.
You weren't a bad kid. You were
Yeah.
just that like, knock it off.
You were
mad
mischievous. You were
ADD and
mischievous.
mischievous. Yeah, I was lighting shit on fire. and
Mischievous.
But you were doing
mischievous.
stuff. You were doing stuff so good that they're like, I mean, I don't
Damn.
want to be
Kinda
mad at you
impressed,
because
but,
that's
like-
fucking awesome.
Damn,
but
yeah.
bro, knock it off.
I ollied
But
the
awesome.
fucking. I think it was a 8 stair or a 9 stair in that main hallway, and there was a glass, like thick glass wall. And
Oh, the block wall. The
I
block glass
ollied
wall.
that shit and slipped out, and my board fucking smacked the glass, and they busted me, and they took me down to the office. They're like, "You can't bring your skateboard anymore." And I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
"That's
duh.
it? That's it?"
Okay, bye.
I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Remember the middle stairwell that nobody used?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
really-
had the
You know what it-
longest run up.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
It's really funny though, because just today I was watching an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Rosa and Peralta were like throwing grapes to each other across like the.
Dude, I was catching this from downtown. From downtown.
From downtown.
It was at NBA Jam.
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
I got the cabinet. We could play.
It's fucking good
4
game.
player. You can play too.
No.
Okay. Any what the fuck moments for you guys in bad words? Wow, that was weird.
Dude, some of the shit he says to that kid is all what the fuck.
I mean, obviously, the scene that we're watching right now
Yeah,
is
the
what
movies.
the fuck. Let's be real. What man goes, hey, you don't have an understanding of nipples. I'm going to show you some nipples. Oh, you're 8?
One scene I'd like to bring up that I would probably classify as a what the fuck scene
Sure.
is when the kid calls the cops on him and says that he's took a teenager
Yeah.
And
into
the
his
shit
room.
he says while he's in the closet.
And they just bust the door open
Hold your
because he's
titties.
like, yeah, hold your
I'm coming.
titties, I'm coming.
Oh, God, break the door down now. He could have sued the cops.
Oh,
He actually
100%.
could have.
100%. Would you sue the hotel? You'd sue the cops. You definitely sue the cops.
You could sue both. They put you in a
They
wrong
put you
room.
you
put you in a
can't,
janitor's
you
closet.
can't not have, I'm pretty sure that's a hotel, like you need a bathroom.
Yeah.
You also need a fire,
Escape.
and you need the map to show you where to go.
Shitting in a bag.
Yeah.
He has infinite
He didn't
supply
bitch
bags.
enough. How'd he been a Karen?
Had
maybe.
he?
Like that's a
just
moment where
didn't
I
care.
feel like,
Yeah, I think he was
You
over
could-
it all.
that
He was there
warrant- that
for a
probably warranted it,
singular
though.
purpose.
but that would have warranted it,
Oh yeah, he could have went to another hotel, but obviously someone's paying for that, so I don't fucking care.
right?
The
I got a bed.
the
Oh my
second
God, the
time they
kid
have
being
sex-
like, my dad is staying at a much nicer hotel. than
Oh
this
yeah, yeah.
It's to build character.
My weird scene was the second time they had sex because I was saying what you were doing earlier.
Oh,
I
in
was
the
like,
shower, yeah.
How does that?
because you
work?
hear the noises that are
Yeah,
happening,
yeah.
so you have an idea of what's happening.
I
Someone's
think-
getting a
Can't do it.
BJ.
I think their
and you're
sex
like,
in general is kind of what the fuck though. The her like, don't look at me, don't look at me.
But it's
like,
hilarious.
But it also doesn't look
good.
pleasant.
Yeah.
like for either of them. Like,
Well, I don't think they're like. Even her, she's not like
She's
a normal
getting
human
the job
either.
done.
Yeah,
No.
she seems pretty whatever. So, good for them though. They found
oh,
each
yeah.
other.
Mhm.
I liked at the end. He picks her bag up. He also reaches for her hand to hold it.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? It's always been broken.
okay, I was like, did I do that?
So I feel like it's a good character building moment. He finally got over this whatever he is. Now he can be like a regular human.
Go
Probably
back
not.
to it.
Yeah.
But I do like that. Like, really, his goal wasn't to win. It was really to just fuck up the whole system.
Oh,
so,
100%.
which is why at the end he was like, "I did what I came here to do."
I
like,
thought he was
it
just
doesn't
going to
matter.
announce that his dad's a cock or like sell his dad out. Was what I thought was going to happen.
I did. I remember the first time I watched it, what I was worried about when he ripped up the letter, I was worried he wasn't going to tell him.
I felt the
I was
same
worried
way.
he
I
was
was
going to
like,
be like, okay, well then fuck this. And all of that would have been for nothing. Not
That-
for nothing, because he
I-
would have felt it, but
I
I'm
think that
kinda-
would have been a full character arc. As this doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
He would have just dipped because I was also expecting him to rip that letter up, them stay silent for a minute, and him go, okay, and then just walk away, kind of.
But I actually like that he just very simply was like, there's a bit in there about how
It goes with his
I'm your
character, how he's
son,
like, just a bit with me
about
being
me
your son. Yeah.
Well,
and
I
then
also
just
like
picks up her
how
bag and walks away.
there's like him narrating it, and then it stops at that part,
Because he was reading he was reading
Right.
with a letter. To
and you're like,
us.
oh shit, I guess he's never gonna read. Oh no, he picked it up and he taped it back together. That was cool.
Probably still didn't make a fucking
That
difference.
envelope did
Guy's
look a little
fucking-
thicker than one page, but whatever.
Mhm.
That's my what the fuck.
Yeah. 18
Sure.
pages.
Sure, whatever. Speaking of
My
sure,
illegitimate son wrote me a novel.
the fun facts of the fucking
We
every time. I don't have a lot for this one. The word God
Bird,
damn it.
bird, bird. Bird's the word.
Floccinahipilification means the actual action or habit of estimating someone as worthless. So the word they give him, the big word
I
at
think
first.
a lot of the words
The
were
one
like
that she cheated with.
Yes. Floccinahipilification. Oh my God.
Gesundheit?
Yeah, because that's you. Yeah. There's
That's you.
the other one. It was like sloth or something that it meant like a
Sure,
yeah,
lazy.
Which, yeah, lazy, which
Yeah.
makes sense too. So, the spelling bee that opens the film was shot first, and the kid extras at the first spelling bee that opens the movie weren't aware that they were being filmed.
Is that allowed to happen?
Can you do that?
I kind of think they're doing it for purpose. Maybe their parents knew, right? Like, hey, we're gonna do this.
Well, yeah,
and we
'cause
want
the
to see your
kids-
reactions.
The kids are young; they don't consent anyways. The parents do. So-
Exactly. But maybe they wanted to do that to see like their reaction of him just sitting down beside
and then
them.
being like, "What the?" That's fair. Like they
going
got
on here?
genuine reactions from that. Because
Right.
the kids being like, "I love when they're like, sir, those seats are for the spelling bee." And he's like,
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
I know.
I know. I'm
I
in the
know.
right. I'm supposed to be here."
You see
It's
the
funny.
card
That's a
around
joke.
his
Yeah,
neck?
yeah. But seriously, and then they cut to them outside talking. That was great. I thought that set the precedent in the movie too. Like he's not here to fuck around. I'm doing this. Stop me.
Fuck around and find out.
And they didn't stop him. Large cue cards were used to ensure that Jason Bateman spelled all his words correctly.
There's
Well, yeah,
no
there's
way.
yeah.
How are you going to spell flocka?
Wait, but what about the
medication?
kids?
Yeah, there's no
Probably
way.
the same too.
I don't know. Were they spelling bee?
I don't know. That good. The little kids seem pretty. What if this was like real spelling bee? Yeah, kids that
Kids.
they grab from like the real.
I don't
thing.
feel like I've seen those kids, and like I didn't recognize them
Yeah,
as like in other things.
That would be kind of cool if they did that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's all the fun
I
facts I
mean,
got because
The kids in the first one had to have been because
they didn't know.
they
yeah,
didn't even
you're right,
know.
you're right. That was a real regional whatever one, just like in dodgeball where they go to the regional. God damn you, Bernice! Horse tranquilizers. No, beaver tranquilizers. That's what it was.
Beaver.
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 Beaver. Anyways, final decisions now. Out of 10, Is this a must-watch, a recommend, or a skip? We're going to Tara first because it was her pick.
I'm gonna give this a 7.5.
7.5.
And to me, it is a must-watch because I do think it's a dark horse. I think people don't really know that it exists, but I can't think of anyone that I wouldn't recommend it to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, touche. I mean, you recommended it to us, apparently. Yeah.
I didn't realize neither of you had seen it. So.
You know, it's the kid from the new adaptation live action of Mowgli,
No.
the Jungle Book.
What about him?
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
he is?
I've only
Yeah.
seen it one time.
Yeah.
You probably could have just pulled up a picture.
That makes
Sorry.
sense, I guess. I'm not trying to be racist at all, but yeah.
100%.
Mowgli. Wasn't that in like 2018 or something?
Yeah, it was a
that
little
was
while ago.
later. That was
Yeah.
after, yeah.
And that was Jon Favreau.
He was
wasn't
in Lone Survivor and Jumanji also.
Oh,
So the kid's been in some shit.
Jumanji. Which
Obviously not a
Jumanji?
main role.
The second one?
The newer old one. So the
Oh!
first one with Jack Black and
So the kid that comes up to them in the
Yep.
in the market,
Yep.
probably.
Now I know what you're talking. Yep.
When he
Before
when he
they
has
do
the
the
cake,
snake thing.
when he has the sponge cake.
he's done some Bollywood stuff.
Why do I like cake? Why is that a weakness?
Why is that a weakness? How is cake a weakness?
Boom!
I like how he does though. He takes a bite not knowing, and they're like, "Oh, it's cake," and he's like, and they wait and nothing happens, and he just.
Just blows
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Those are, I actually
Cool.
like. They thought they did well.
I don't know
on those.
why, but
liked
I
them.
love Reese Darby in that movie. I mean, you're like, I don't even know who that is. He's the guy that talks to them.
Yeah, I know.
When they get there.
What do you
yeah.
mean you don't know why?
Oh, I thought you would just.
He's
wouldn't know who it is.
entertaining.
Okay. Sorry, I take it back.
He's hilarious in Yes Man.
Yep.
So
The part where they're
funny.
going back and forth and he's taping his face up. He's
Yes!
like,
and then he's like,
oh. I'm gonna say it one more time. Our flag means death. Max, watch it. Reese Darby.
Max the streaming service.
Yes.
Such thing. Okay.
It's you will be hooked 100%. I mean, it's got Taika
The
Waititi.
show?
The show. Taika Waititi's in it. He directs and writes most of it with Reese
Okay.
Darby. There's
He's
a lot
hilarious.
of good people in it. It's if I can't give you a highest recommendation for something based on me knowing you, it's that show.
Profile.
With no like, I know you will like
A
it.
nice way of saying stereotype.
My wife, if you go
I
and
love
ask her,
Profile.
will literally tell you, go fucking watch it tonight.
Okay. Wait, what is it called?
Our flag means death.
Okay. It's a show.
I'm just gonna text
Show.
you right now.
It's a
because
show,
You
though.
need to watch
Yes.
it. Yeah. Because you need
Is it
something to
just
do.
like, is it like a ongoing show or is it like a limited series type show?
3 seasons, and they just ended.
Did you give your full thing?
I did. You
I
would know if you had been listening.
I'll just make sure you're done because you get sassy, and you've been drinking wine. Now you're a little extra sassy, so I'll make sure to watch my boundaries.
I think I'm gonna keep drinking wine when I get home.
There you go.
Good. Do it. Why not?
Maybe take a hot bath.
I don't know.
And some-
Do you know what fucking
some-
sucks about being a big fucking hairy dude? No baths.
No
With
baths.
Why?
No baths. I can't fit in a bath. You know the water
so that it doesn't have
displacement
anything-
Just
that
get a
Because
big-
like
happens in a
anything to do
bath?
with the hairy part, you didn't need to throw that in there. So it had nothing
Well, the
to do with
hair
the hairy
I'm
adds
just
to
painting a
more
picture.
displacement.
Yeah. The
You
Buoyancy.
Could fit, you could fit in the
piece of
tub.
water down my
This is not an invitation, but you could fit in the tub that we have. Kara can fit and has some room. We have it's not one of the corner tubs. It's a long soaking tub.
I'm misleadingly
Large.
large.
Yeah.
So like when I get into
Yeah,
a
but
bath,
I
like,
don't feel like you've misled me. I understand.
a normal size,
I don't feel like you're listening.
a normal bath. I think the average bath I would go to sit in, and I can't
Yeah,
put my
yeah.
arms in,
Right.
so I have to be shoulder out. no
I don't
matter
fit
what.
in most baths either, and I'm not a big guy.
Yeah. You're pretty tall.
I'm tall, but I'm no offense. I'm not a big guy.
Ours also have those like that little like
Ledge for your
edge
elbows.
on
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
on the thing. Carrick,
like
like
those,
Carrick
yeah,
like
yeah.
uses that when he's in them. But yeah, Carrick can fit in our tub. We
Oh, leave it there. Leave it there. We get it.
You know what my what the fuck actual moment is for this entire podcast? The name Carrick is such a weird name.
It's a great name.
and I love it.
Yeah, I
it's
think it's a
just so-
phenomenal name.
Think about it. How
I-
many Carricks have you met in your life?
0.
Not only that, it's a very
One.
cool name.
One.
I thought you meant in
I said,
otherwise.
how many?
Like, yeah,
One.
one.
I've-
The one.
It's a dope name.
And not to be anything, whatever, I wouldn't feel like that's a male name. Not to say it's a male
do.
name.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
There's not any other name. What do you think it would be?
I don't know.
You wouldn't know because you hadn't seen it.
That's what I'm saying.
otherwise.
Like, I wouldn't hear
Maybe-
Carrick
I don't
and
think
think
I would-
Maybe
male.
you only think it's a male name because the only one you know is a male.
I mean, it doesn't have
It doesn't sound
female.
No, it
I
doesn't
mean, not saying you
sound.
can't do it.
It
but
doesn't sound gender to me. Like Aaron,
Could go either way.
right? Carrick.
Sure. No, I don't see, and I don't think it's because that I I know Carrick. I think Carrick. I don't envision it being
I see Carrick
a
as
very
woman.
feminine
That's what I'm
name.
saying.
It
What?
sounds when I think of Carrick, I think of like a male leading role in a movie or
It's because
something
it
like
ends
that.
with a.
The only other Carrick that like comes to mind
And
is,
I'm not saying that because
is
I feel any particular
the
fucking
hockey
way.
player, the Carrick Connor, but his Carrick was spelt differently. His was more spelt like Derek, but with a K instead of the D at the beginning.
You have the D at the end. God damn it, Steve. All right.
But he does get like, you know, when you get like trash mail from random, like they don't know, they just saw your name associated with that address. He gets a lot of Miss Carrick Allegras because they don't know.
Well, also Allegra sounds pretty.
Well, and he's also gotten Allegra Carrick before. Like
That
they're like
makes sense, too.
they're like
Allegra
well,
has a feminine.
they're
I know
like
it's a last
Allegra
name,
must be the
but
first.
like when you have
name, 'cause-
A's and I don't know why, but
No, it makes sense.
anyways.
well,
so
like
this
in
movie,
other languages, A's
Bad
are
words, Wally.
I love this movie. I was not expecting to love this movie. I thought it was going to be something that it wasn't. I had
I've done a
no
lot
idea.
For you, I feel like.
I had no idea what to expect. I didn't think of anything about this. All I knew is Tara's doing this. I'd never heard of it, so I assumed you were.
Tara is doing this.
So I assumed you were
A punishment?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing. I started watching it. Didn't really know what was happening.
This is for Hobo with a shotgun, you bitch.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening.
Me too.
And I got into it.
No, I have a musical in my back pocket for that one.
I haven't. So this movie,
Burlesque.
I actually
You would
really
love
fell in love with, and I
It's a
loved
good movie.
the ending. It felt like a '90s ending. I hadn't felt
Okay.
that in a long time. We
That
picked the kid.
heartfelt,
Obviously, that's
right.
never going to happen in whatever. But they gave us a big old payoff with him and the kid. It was fucking great. I wouldn't say this is a must watch, but I love the fact that I discovered it and that I know of it now. So if I see this, I would like to watch it again. But I don't think this needs to be a must watch in anyone else's category.
So out of 10, would you give it?
I like having this a secret
Oh,
to myself.
You're in gatekeep.
I'd give this a 6.8.
6.8. Okay. I'm gonna give it a
You
6.
need to start doing
okay.
dots if you haven't already. I think you've given a couple.
Yeah.
I
You
said
know,
7.5.
Yeah, you said
That's
there
a
you
dot
go.
technically. You just refuse to do
Stop
0
being
or
so
5.
Let Wally be Wally.
Stop being sassy. Let me be myself.
I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. I laughed more than I thought I would going in. While this movie is not at all like a good movie on paper, it still is an entertaining watch, and I'm glad that I finally did get to see it. I'm not sure if I'd ever watch it again though, but that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it thoroughly watching it. I think it's a recommend.
Yeah, I'd recommend.
You said it. You said
Yeah, I'd recommend.
You said it, but I get what you're
Not a
saying. It's like it's a
must-watch.
good back pocket. Like Bad Words. Have you seen it? No. Oh.
If I ever talked about the actor, I'd be like, "Oh, you
Jason
have to
Bateman?
see
Yeah,
this."
yeah,
then.
okay,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
yeah.
my record.
I do think if you talk in terms of actor, it's a must watch.
Yeah, if someone's like, "Oh, I
someone's
love
like,
Jason Bateman," have you seen Bad Words? No.
Okay,
There
then
you
you
go.
have to watch that.
Watch
Yeah, I agree with that. I think if it's someone who appreciates him already, especially, then you have to be like, this is a must watch for you.
I agree. Look at that. Next week it's Wally's pick.
Well,
he's
Do you know? Do you know? Do you
No,
know?
I haven't thought about it. Give me 30 seconds.
When he's thinking,
Do you want me to pick from your list again?
No.
No, let Wally. He's gonna meditate on this.
I'm
well,
gonna
he's
let you pick from my list next time. I've just decided.
Look at that.
I've just decided.
Oh, nice. Well, Wally's meditating and thinking. Thanks everybody for being here and listening, watching, doing your thing. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, like it, do something. If you want to do something else, you can go to our website, www.thedecisionreel.com. We have merch there if you want to support us in any way. T-shirts, hats, shirts, cups, stickers, whatever. You can use the code REEL10, REEL10 for 10% off your order. And with that, Wally's going to tell us.
You ever watched that Disney movie? And it came out, but it was like
Brink.
they put so much money on it, but it didn't fucking
John
make
Carter.
anything. That's what I want to do.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Look, she went, I was so excited, and then you said John Carter.
Came
No,
out of
it's
nowhere.
true.
We were
You
talking-
started with Disney, and
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Steve mentioned Valerian earlier, and I'm a big weird spacey kind of guy.
John
so this
Carter's-
came into my mind.
Yep. It's,
Here,
hear me out.
the last like 3 new shows Carrick has got me started on have been like spacey related, and
I
so
love
I'm
it.
just like tapped
What's
out.
the other two? What's the other ones? The Expanse.
Huh?
Huh? No.
So
What's these? What are these shows?
they're spacey ones.
Conundrum.
Conversion.
That's what you're at. Conversion? I have no idea.
God,
If
now
you don't
I'm
even
blanking
know
on
the
it.
name of it,
We just watched it. Now I'm like blanking on it. It's an Apple show.
Convergence.
I changed my mind. I want to do the Punisher. That's what I want to do.
Never mind.
The 90s one. Or the early 1000s?
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
What would you do?
I changed.
He changed it. We're gonna do the Punisher.
I remember I wanted to do that one. I was conflicted prior, so I'd like to get that one out now because I love that shit.
Constellation.
Constellation. Is it any good?
Yeah.
You said that like.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Silo.
What's the
was
other?
another
Silo? You.
And then
Call him Silo Johnson.
the other one.
Celio
The
Johnson.
Silo.
He's from Spain.
It's because they live in a silo.
Around. What?
It's because they live in a silo.
Sure.
The other one was Night Sky.
No idea.
Have we done Collateral?
No. But we're doing Punisher. You ain't
Wait,
changed
hold on.
it 3
Can I
times.
throw-
You
can
ain't
I throw it?
nope. Because I want to watch Punisher.
Also, to be fair, Fallout's not spacey, but it's like
No, it's not spacey.
it's
Let me-
but
it's
it's
sci-fi.
wastelandy and
Let me
stuff.
let me do this one, and I promise you the next one will be that. Because
Oh
I
my
really,
God, you're changing again?
I am. But this
Are you
is
going
for, this
back
is
to
for
John
every,
Carter, or is it a
this
different one?
This is for all of us. This is for all of us. I think this movie is a little bit more digestible, and I also want you to experience it if you haven't. Have you watched Collateral? before?
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, Tom Cruise.
Have you
Yeah.
seen Punisher?
I like.
Yeah.
Did you see both? I still want to do Collateral.
I've seen
though.
all 3 of the ones he.
Okay, we're doing Collateral. then.
I love that fucking movie so much. I love it more than Punisher, and I love Punisher. Steve really wants to see all the family die in the beginning.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I want to watch it with my wife too. That's why, because she hasn't seen Punisher, so I'm trying to get her in.
Don't
on all
worry,
these
I got
movies.
it next time
If
around.
we're doing
Next
Collateral,
time
she hasn't
around.
seen that either. I'm gonna make her watch it, and she'll be like, "I fucking hate Tom Cruise. Why are we watching this?" And then at the end of the movie, she'll be like,
be
"You know
like,
what? Tom
"Oh,
Cruise is pretty good in
yeah,
this. Yeah,
Yep.
just
Something
dye
good
hair
to talk
white.
about. Something
It's
to
good."
talk
Anyways, yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Next week, bye.
about. Bye.
Say bye, Tara.
I did. I said
No,
bye.
Hasta
no,
la
I didn't
vista.
hear it.
Well, it's because it was the same time he said it.
Oh.
Beaches.
Bye.